Well, Twitch looks like it's having some difficulties. Twitch looks okay. Sorry, Twitch is looking okay. YouTube is having some trouble. Give it one moment. Let me just refresh the page real quick. Make sure everything's good to go. Always very hit or miss as to whether or not it actually started up properly. I think we're good. It's a little hard to tell if I have to be honest with you. Oh no, there we go. Okay, we're alive. We're okay. Everything's good to go. Should be good. G to G. Hopefully. I don't know. But anywho, I guess we can go ahead and start saying hello, and welcome to another set of battles in Season 18 of Go Battle League, where this time around we'll be taking on all three of the Open Leagues, Great, Ultra, and Master League. So yeah, we have a bunch of teams all set and ready to go for each of the leagues. No idea how any of those teams are going to perform. Never had a chance to really test them out, but, well, I guess we'll find out in production, right? We'll find out as we jump into these battles here and see how we do. Now, but first and foremost, before we do jump into the battles, just to recap where we're currently at in the season. We're currently sitting at rank 18, ever so close to finding out what our starting ELO is. So, unless I do absolutely terribly in these next, I guess like 8 to 10 sets or so, depending on how much we do, we should be able to see what our opening ELO is going to be. So, looking forward to that. But otherwise, we actually got here through 106 wins under our belt out of a total of 190 battles. Our current longest win streak is 11. No idea if we're ever going to break that, but for now, that's our current longest. And currently, in terms of Stardust gains, we're currently a little over 163,000 Stardust. So, can't argue with that one. Alright, well anyway, with that said, we'll go ahead and waste no more time here. We'll go ahead and jump right into the basic rewards. Start things out in the ever familiar 1500 CP area that is the Great League. And to introduce the team that will be starting everything off, we're kicking things off with the ever spammy Glade up at the front, rocking its new fast move Cycle Cut, as well as Leaf Blade and Close Combat. Hanging out in the middle, we have the ever familiar Stunfisk of the Galarian variety, who is rocking Mudshot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. And then closing everything out, we have the ever bulky Umbreon hanging on the back, rocking Snarl, Foul Play, and Last Resort. Alright, so there's a team that we have assembled. Let's go ahead and jump into the battles and see how we do for our very first set of the night. Hoping for good things, but we'll find out. Anyway, match number 1 of the set is going to be up against Cammy the Kid. Alright, Cammy, what do you got? Starting things out with a Ferrothorn. Best buddy Ferrothorn. Can respect that. And with that, they're swapping things out for a Pelipper, in which case we have opted to swap out for our Stunfisk. Might not have been the best of switch-ins, admittedly, because we do have to deal with the ever spammy Weather Ball. But we do, for one, resist their wing attacks, even though they resist our mud shots. And we do have our own spammy move in the form of Rock Slide. And we'll get some good damage in there. With that, I'm assuming we're going to be facing another Weather Ball. I'm going to go ahead and try and take this one out. It should get us deep into the red, but I think we should be able to survive. Here's hoping. Yep, there we go. And with that, we'll go ahead and chuck some more rocks their way. And with that, we managed to clear out shield number 1 there. And with that, they are going to wing attack the rest of our Stunfisk right on out of here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, I'm actually go ahead and swap in for my ever tanky Umbreon, which probably actually would have been a better switch in for this. But yeah, we got some good damage in with the Rock Slide, so I can't argue there. Ooh, actually, I don't know if it was a good idea for me to switch back in for my Glade, but the Glade has been brought back in. With that in mind, they're coming with the Power Whip. Go ahead and charge up a little bit more here. Okay, we do have enough for double Close Combat, so we'll go ahead and 1-2 this Ferrothorn. There we go. I mean, we're gonna have absolutely no defense left after this, but I mean, who needs defense, right? And now we finish off the rest of the Ferrothorn, and with that, they're going to come in with the Wigglytuff. Ooh, and actually, this is going to be, well, quite a tough matchup for us here, as, well, those charms are definitely going to eat my Umbreon alive. But for now, since we're here, go ahead and chuck some last resorts their way. Hopefully we can get enough damage in with those before our inevitable demise. Not 100% sure if we're actually going to get enough damage in with this last resort. Okay, got them well into the red at the very least, but yeah, we're not going to be able to get to another charge move quite in time, so unfortunately that is going to be loss number 1 to start the set. RIPs there, but nonetheless GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so a little bit of a rough start. We're currently 0-1, but still got 4 matches left in us. Plenty of opportunities to bounce back. And we'll see if we do just that as we jump into match number 2, which is going to be up against our next opponent, which is going to be somebody, probably, at some point. Will we actually get an opponent, or are we going to error out here? We are waiting kind of a while. It's usually never a good sign. We'll find out in just a moment. Give it a moment. Oh, hold on. Up, there it is. We ran into our ever familiar opponents, the dreaded error-finding match. Unfortunately, no one really quite wins on that one, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and bounce right back into it, and found ourselves a new match. So let's see if match number 2 is now going to be up against Anos Midgard. Alright, Anos, so what do you got? First matchup's going to be up against a Dragonair. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm just going to go ahead and close combat and dip. In which case, we'll go ahead and swap out for our Umbreon. I'm going to try and tank out this next charge move here. It's going to be Body Slam. We're able to handle that, no problem. But with that, the next one I have to deal with is going to be a Lantern. Lantern itself, definitely a very bulky Pokemon on its own. And able to just show some pretty good damage, both with its Surf and with its Thunderbolt. Or Thunder, if they bother to rock Thunder. But we should be able to tank out, I think, the first charge move no matter what. And in the meantime, we can go ahead and spam as many foul plays as we can towards Lantern's way. And with that, we'll go ahead and try and tank this next one out. It is going to be a Surf. I'm going to handle that just fine. Okay, I may be pushing the envelope a little bit too much here, but we'll go ahead and try and take out this next one as well. It's going to be the Thunderbolt. Does get us one to the red, but otherwise we do survive it, so that's pretty good. And with that, we get Lantern one to the red, and unfortunately with that, we do say goodbye to our Umbreon there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, we'll come in with our Gallade, and we'll go ahead and use up our first shield here. Because I don't want to deal with... Gallade definitely doesn't want to try and tank out anything, that is for certain. And with that, we are able to clear out the rest of... Oh, geez. The Lantern. But, well, the Dragon Breath is definitely making quick work of our Gallade here, so we'll just go ahead and fire off the Leaf Blade real quick. And we went ahead and fire off another Leaf Blade their way, and at the very least we did manage to clear out their shield. And now the final matchup is going to be their Skarmory versus our Galarian Stunfisk. Which actually is a pretty solid matchup for us, all things considered. Albeit it is going to be quite a long matchup, but you know, we're in as our fast move really doesn't do all too much, so we're kind of counting on Rock Slide to pick up the slack there. that, we'll go ahead and keep on spamming away at our rock slides. Slowly but surely get Skarmory. At some point, I'm assuming we're going to be seeing a shield come into play, like now. Okay, maybe pushing the envelope a little bit again, but I'm going to go ahead and try and tank this next one out. It's going to be the Sky Attack. Okay. I guess they could have done Brave Bird if they really wanted to, but I'm guessing the result would have been roughly similar. Anywho, I think I'm done pushing the envelope. We'll go ahead and use up our final shield here. It is going to be the Brave Bird. Okay. And I think we might be able to mudshot the rest of the way through, but just in case, we're just going to go ahead and use the Rock Slide since it's available. And that we are able to clear the rest of the Skarmory. And that we are able to secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. And GG's all around. Also, hello, and welcome to the stream, Ash Poke Radar. Appreciate the tapping Kyogres. It's fantastic. And thank you very much for the follow as well. Greatly appreciated. And also, I actually haven't realized there's a Kappa train starting. I have no idea what business that is. That's kind of cool. Also, Will Cucho, thank you very much for the raid. Greatly appreciated. Welcome. Yeah. Also, A10 Shun Horror. I apologize if I butchered that terribly, but hello and welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the follow as well. Greatly appreciated. And Poke Radar, how are you? Going well so far. Just started up the stream, admittedly not too long ago. Currently battling out in Great League, where we got ourselves, we just evened out one win, 1 loss under our belt. So, and we'll see how everything plays out from here. We are currently still at rank 18 in our time in Go Battle League, but hopefully by the end of either this match or the following one, we may be. I think we're getting close to seeing what our ELO is. So. Well, at least, hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of tonight, we'll find out. But nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Ash Poke Radar. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you again to Well Cujo for the raid. And speaking of, because I keep forgetting to do this, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a shout out. If I'm doing this right. There we go. Came in with Will. Oh, nice. Yeah, no problem. Thank you again, Will Cujo. Thank you all for stopping by. As if you haven't already followed Will Cujo, since I'm assuming most of you came in from his raid, now's another opportunity. Go forth. Give all the follows. Give all the subs. Give all the, I don't know. Whatever else one does on Twitch. But yeah, in any event, and thank you all again. Welcome. Again, we're currently duking it out we're planning to duke it out in all 3 leagues tonight. We're going to do 2 sets of battles in Great League, followed by 2 in Ultra, and then 2 in Master. Then we'll work our way back, 2 in Ultra, and then however many sets we have left, we'll see after the 2 battles in Master League. We'll see how many more sets we have left by the end of that. But for now, we're currently on set 1, currently duking it on the Great League. We're currently 1-1 on this one. And since you're all here, just to kind of introduce the team that we've been rocking for these past 2 battles. We're starting things out with the ever glassy but ever spammy Gallade with the Psycho Cut, the Leaf Blade, and the Close Combat. Hanging out in the middle, we have Stunfisk of the Galarian variety, rocking Mudshot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. And closing everything out, we have Umbreon, who's been rocking Snarl, Foul Play, and Last Resort. Yeah, this is the team we started out with. We're currently 1 win and 1 loss. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the battles and see how we do for match number 3, which we just found. And that match number 3 is going to be up against Ivan Onozol. Alright, Ivan, or Ivan, however you pronounce. First matchup is going to be up against a Mantine. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and actually swap right on out for Umbreon. I believe Umbreon should be able to tank out anything that Mantine throws our way. The only bummer thing is I might be looking at a good amount of bubble beams, so we're not going to be able to do all too much damage back, but at the very least we can now fight off against this Lantern with a little bit less damage under our belt, so that's going to be a thing. Well, in either way, we are still the ever bulky Umbreon, so we're going to be able to survive a good amount of charge moves that Lantern throws our way. Standings out with a foul play. The only thing about Umbreon, playing with Umbreon, is that Umbreon, while ever tanky, doesn't really dish out all too much damage in return, so I mean, it does bounce everything out, but it does kind of drag on the matches quite a bit, if I had to be 100% honest. But in any event, we did just tank out, I believe that was a Thunderbolt, and we returned with a foul play their way. With that, I'm actually just going to go ahead and let my Umbreon go here. Oh, no. Actually survived one more Surf, so we can go ahead and fire one more foul play their way. I don't think it's enough to kill, but should get them deep into, or take out their shield. That works too. And with that, we do say goodbye to our Umbreon there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, we'll go ahead and come in with our Gallade. We'll go ahead and use my first shield here because while Umbreon does like to tank everything out, Gallade's not quite all too happy about doing the very same there. In fact, I might be getting a little bit too greedy with my energy generation here, so that may come back to bite me here. I probably could have saved all the energy for when Mantine comes back, because it looks like Lantern is pretty much only at 1 HP anyway. But nevertheless, we now have an opportunity to fire another Leaf Blade their way. Should do some pretty good neutral damage if anything, or take out their second shield. And take that. And with that, we'll go ahead and fire off another Leaf Blade their way. Okay, and with that, we'll go ahead and swap now into our Galarian Stunfisk. As long as it's not rocking Water Pulse, we should be okay. It's going to be Bubble Beam, so we do lose a little bit of our attack power there. And now we're face to face with the Shadow Venusaur. This is going to hurt quite a bit. I don't think it's going to one-shot us. I could be wrong. Frenzy Plant does hurt quite a bit. Okay, no. And with that, though, we do have an opportunity to fire off an Earthquake their way. Should be able to get some decent damage in there. Yep, get them going to the yellow. Can I get to a Rock Slide before my demise? Yes, we can. Alright, so with that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Rock Slide their way. Clear out their Shadow Venusaur. The only issue now, though, is that we have the rest of the Mantine to deal with, and unfortunately, I have a sneaky suspicion that Mantine's probably rocking Aerial Ace. Or even if it does hit us with Double Beam, that'll pretty much be the end of my Gallade here. Yep, there it is. So unfortunately, we do say goodbye to our Gallade there. Unfortunately, that is going to be loss number 2 of this set. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Oh, also, apologize for missing your message earlier, but Hyperchondriac. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello. Was that like a waving Pikachu? Pock Pikachu? I respect that. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow as well, Hyperchondriac. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, so with that, right now we are currently 1 win and 2 losses, so we're back in the negative, but let's see if we can tie everything back up once again as we jump into match number 4 of this set, which is going to be up against Krabby Bowl with their nice cup of tea. Alright, Krabby Bull starting everything out with a Vigoroth. And with that, we are able to resist their counters. Their body slam spams might get a little bit much though, but for now, we're able to outpace them to our first charge move of a Leaf Blade. Ooh, and with that, they're swapping right on out for a Brashjordon. Go ahead and waste no time here and go straight for close combat. Ooh, and actually got ourselves good damage there. We went ahead and swapped right on in for our Galarian Stunfisk, who's done some pretty good damage with our mud shots here. I'm guessing this next move is probably going to be the Flamethrower. Probably hurt quite a bit, but we are able to survive pretty well. And with that, we are able to mud shot the rest of the Bastiodon right on out of here. And with that, it's going to be the return of the Vigoroth. And with that, the counter damage is definitely going to start adding up quite a bit. But otherwise, we should be able to resist their body slams, and if they're rocking Rock Slide, we should be able to resist that pretty well too. But if they're rocking Bulldoze, that might be a different story, all things considered. But for now, we'll go ahead and try and tank this next one out. Let's see what charge moves they're packing. It is going to be the Body Slam. We are able to resist, and again, the counter damage is definitely going to add up. And this next Body Slam might actually be enough to KO us here. Well, not quite, but is enough to get a couple more counters in before our demise there. Okay. Ooh, next one I'm going to deal with is going to be Lickitung. Like that, just go ahead and fire off a Leaf Blade their way. Actually opted not to shield, so it probably would have been a good time to fire off close combat, but we'll go ahead and take the long way around to fighting off this Lickitung, and we're going to bring in our Umbreon. And unfortunately, with our bulk, we should be able to survive their Body Slams or their power-ups pretty well, and Lick is no longer very effective against us, so we're pretty much good on that end as well. Just a matter of playing the long game against this Lickitung here. And we should be good to go. Obviously, we still have a little bit more of a match left to go, so don't want to take our chickens before they hatch here, but I'm thinking we should be pretty G to G. But again, we'll see. we'll see. And with that, we're actually able to finish off the Vigoroth as well, so good on that end. Okay, with that, we got double foul plays at the ready. And fire off one. And fire off two. Managed to save our shields for, I don't know, another match, I guess. And now we're able to clear out the Lickitung and secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's all around. Oh, and also Pancakes, or Pank4K3S. Pancreas. Anyway, Pancakes, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Alright, with that, we are currently 2 wins and 2 losses all tied up here. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, or jump into our final match here. See if we can end in a positive as we go against Thole. Bunch of numbers. Or 170, 922. Alright, first matchup is going to be up against a Hitmonchan. Ooh, loving the spice. I just have a soft spot for Hitmonchan, not gonna lie. Always want to see if I can make Hitmonchan work. Never quite could, but maybe they can. I don't know. Anywho, they went ahead and swapped out for their Mandibuzz. So we'll go ahead and swap right on out for our Galarian Stunfisk. And while our Mud Shots basically do nothing, we do have the ever spammy Rock Slide. And that, let's go ahead and see how well we're able to tank out their next attack. And Dark Pulse, able to handle that pretty well. We should be able to handle 1 or 2 more of those. And considering we are resisting their air slashes, I think it should be pretty good to go for the most part. Does depend also if they happen to be packing Shadow Ball on their Mandibuzz. Don't see that too often, but you never know. It's gonna be Aerial Ace, so I'm gonna handle that just fine. And with that, we double up on our Rock Slides. We'll go ahead and fire off one here, see if they let their Mandibuzz go or opt to use the shield. Opt to let the Mandibuzz go. And with that, I probably could try and wait it out for an Earthquake now that I think about it. But we'll go ahead and slide some rocks their way anyway. I actually do take out their shield then that time, so it wasn't a waste of a Rock Slide after all. I'll take it. Anywho, go ahead and bring back our Gallade here. I'm going to go ahead and shield out just because, well, Gallade's quite a glassy cannon here, and I'd rather not tank out any elemental punches. In that case, it is going to be a power-up punch, so we really didn't need to worry too much there. But nonetheless, we'll go ahead and take this opportunity to fire off a Leaf Blade their way. And that would do clear out shield number 2. They could be baiting me with another power-up punch and hoping to get to their elemental punch, or in this case, they're just gonna go straight for the Thunder Punch. You can expect that. And with that, waste no time here. Go straight for the Leaf Blade. Hope we do some good neutral damage here. That we do. We'll finish off the rest of the Hitmonchan. And the final one to deal with is going to be the Lantern. Fortunately, we do have an opportunity to fire off a Leaf Blade their way. Get some good damage in there. And before they get too much energy under their belt, we'll go ahead and swap right on out for our Umbreon. And while Umbreon's not really able to pack out too much damage, we should be able to outbulk the rest of this Lantern before they get to too many hard-hitting charge moves. In the event, we'll go ahead and fire off a Foul Play their way. Get them on the red. Still sticking out for the fight. They're gonna hit us with the Thunder. Bolt. Nope, Surf. Alright, with that, we are able to clear out the rest of their Lantern and secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so with that, we're starting things out on the positive with a fairly respectable 3 wins out of 5. So then we can go ahead and claim this 3,080 Stardust, these 1 rare candies, and we got ourselves a Grubbin. I don't know if they could get IVs good enough for a good Charger Bug, but no. Alright, anyway, we got ourselves a brand new Grubbin. Interesting IVs. I'm going to go ahead and transfer you out. And with that, we have made our way to rank 19. So, good chance we might actually, well, first and foremost, get ourselves the Elite Charge TM. Always nice to see. And we have a good opportunity to see what our starting ELO is right after this next set. So, looking forward to that one. Also, greatly appreciating the cheerleading Snorlaxes. It's absolutely fantastic. And I appreciate the great. Alright, but with that, we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and switch to this scene real quick because we're actually going to go ahead and switch out to a brand new team here. That team did perform pretty well. I'm going to hope that we're able to do something pretty great with this next team in the Great League. So with everything all set up and ready to go, we're going to first and foremost grab ourselves a quick drink of water. Always remember to stay hydrated. Yeah. Always important. Hydration check. Gotta set that as one of the goals or something. Anyway. Maybe not goals. I don't remember what the term is for Twitch. But anyway. Now that we are well hydrated, we'll go ahead and jump into the basic rewards because I'm pretty sure there's not much of a difference between that and the premium rewards in this one. We're going to jump right back into the Great League. And to introduce the team that we'll be using for these matches, And we're starting things off with an Annihilate at the front, rocking Counter, Shadow Ball, and Ice Punch. Hanging out in the middle, as we were talking about earlier, we have a Charge Bug in the middle, rocking Volt Switch, X Scissor, and Discharge. And then closing everything out, we have the ever bulky Azumarill, who is rocking Bubble, Play Rough, and Ice Beam. Alright, so this is the squad we are rocking. We'll go ahead and jump right back into battles and see how we do for set number 2 of the night. Here we go. Match number 1 of this set is going to be against Daiki Tolentino. Alright, Daiki, what do you got? First matchup is going to be up against a Drifblim. Alright, that one going to waste no time. Swap right on in for my Charger Bug. And with that, they're going to swap in for a Alolan Muck. That coming in with the X Scissor, getting some pretty good neutral damage in there. I'll take that. And that, we're just gonna keep on keeping on with our X Scissor spams. We're actually able to clear out shield number 1 here, so that's kind of good. I'm gonna try to tank out this next one. Not 100% sure if we're gonna handle it too well, but we'll see. We'll see. Gonna be Dark Pulse. Gets this one to the red. Otherwise, we're still kicking. We're still kicking. May opt to shield here. Sure that was the best decision, but we're rocking it. And with that, we have another X Scissor up and running, so we'll go ahead and fire that to their way. And we are able to clear out the rest of the Alolan Muck. Woo! We are able to get a Discharge off here. Do we clear out shield number 2, or do we clear shield number 2? It is, okay. And it might be a bit risky bringing back Annihilate so soon, but that's what we're doing. It's going to be Icy Wind. Ooh, do they already have enough for a Shadow Ball? Not 100% sure. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, it is going to be the Shadow Ball. Ooh, okay. That's not a good sign. Maybe got a little too risky bringing back the Annihilate on that one, but nonetheless, we gave it our best. We gave it our best there. Thought we had a little bit more time before the Shadow Ball, but, you know, it is what it is. With that, we have the rest of our Azumarill. We were able to tank out that Shadow Ball pretty well, if I'm remembering. I think we're still in the... No, we're right in the yellow. But we're firing off an Ice Beam, clearing out the rest of their Drifblim there. And now it's going to be a battle against the Stunfisk of the Unova variety. What to worry about here is how much damage Discharge is going to do to us. I'm actually not 100% sure if we are able to tank that out, considering how low of our health is currently. Oh, well, we were able to survive the Discharge, but it's only enough for them to get the final spark in on us, so that is unfortunately going to be loss number 1 this set to start things out. RIPs there, but unless GG's. GG's all around. Admittedly, the Annihilate switch in is probably what done me in, but it is what it is. Any event, Ash Bokeh Radar, hello, and welcome to the YouTube side of things as well. I see you're double watching. Hopefully quality's good on both ends here. But thank you very much for the sub over on YouTube as well. I greatly appreciate it. Always appreciate, always appreciate. But yeah, in any event with that, I guess could always be an opportunity to shameless plug if you guys ever do want to check out our content over on YouTube's end as well. We do a stream occasionally there, as well as do some, best set recaps of our Go Battle League battles, as well as hopefully some other YouTube focused content sometime in the future for that. But so if you want to check that out, it's under the same name, Voyaging Trainer, over on YouTube. But that's yeah. Anyway, shameless plug for YouTube aside, we'll go ahead and jump right back into the battles here. We're currently on 1, but hopefully we'll be able to tie everything back up as we look for match number 2. Where do I voyage to? Anywhere and everywhere, alleging tuna. Also, hello, welcome to the stream. Anyway, match number 2 of this set is going to be up against this next person who's rocking a Talonflame. Not sure why I opted to stick it out in this battle, but here we are. Gonna go ahead and use up a shield here. It's gonna be Fly, so very thankful I shielded on that one. And with that, they've opted to swap out for their Quagsire next. Actually, I might opt to kind of stick it out with my with the rest of my Annihilate for now. Let's see what they're throwing our way. It's gonna be a Mud Bomb. Does get me deep into the red, but otherwise we are still kicking. We might have been able to knock each other out with this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and fire off an Ice Punch just to seal the deal against this Quagsire here. There we go. I'm guessing we receive the return of the Talonflame, maybe? Yep, it's gonna be the return of the Talonflame. We should be able to knock us out. Yep, here with the Incinerate. And with that, we'll go ahead and swap right on in for our Azumarill. Luckily for us, we're able to do some pretty good damage with our bubbles. Just a matter of how well we're able to handle. Okay, Fly, we're able to handle pretty well. And with that, final mon is going to be the Swampert. Interesting. Okay, with that, we're going to fire off an Ice Beam their way, clear out their shield. That's going to be shield number 1. Okay. That, just in case they're going Hail Mary on an Earthquake, they are. Very thankful I shielded on that one. This is going to be a little bit tricky though, because Swampert is a very spammy mon, and I don't know if I would have enough in me in my Charger Bug to really do anything against this Swampert. Just hoping 1 X-Scissor is going to be enough to clear it out. Okay, so we do get to the X-Scissor. Ooh, they do bring back the Talonflame. Almost right on cue. Good time to bring back the Talonflame. Ooh, and they do get to the next charge move. I think we should be able to survive no matter what. I think even if it is Flame Charge. Oh, it does hurt quite a lot though. Oh, and they did have the charge move at the ready. And it looks like they just had... They beat me out. They beat me to the punch on that one. So, gotta give them credit on that one. So, RIPs to our Charger Bug there. But nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Can't argue with that loss. That was a good switch in, and that was a good finish off with their Swampert there. So credit where credit is due. That does leave us in quite a rough position, as we are currently 0-2 right now. So hopefully by the end, we'll be able to start our comeback with this next match. But first and foremost, I see questions in relation or from Ash Poke Radar regarding my current location. Yeah, for the most part, well, it's not in an icy location, that's for sure. But I know that was related to something else. But oh yeah, for myself, I am currently smack dab in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on those little rocks that form the state of Hawaii. Is pretty much my pretty much where I reside. So yeah. Just stick a pin into the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and that's generally where I be for the most part. But yeah. Yeah, again, to kind of as more reiterate for Alleging Tuna's Voyaging. Yeah, I don't tend to voyage all too much away from here, mostly because it's rather expensive to go anywhere. But I have been trying to go to more regional tournaments for Pokemon Go as of recent. So, if anything, that's been most of my voyaging. That and the occasional family trip, but yeah, if anything, hopefully I'll be able to catch another regional soon, but we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. But anyway, before we plan anything for regionals, for now, we'll go ahead and jump right back into the battles and see if we can get ourselves our first win of this set as we jump into match number 3, which is going to be up against Kingy 747. Alright, Kingy, what do you got? First matchup is going to be up against a Carbink. Carbink's an interesting one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to swap right on out for a Sableye, into which case I'm going to swap out for my Azumarill. I'm going to attempt to tank this out. They could be starting things out first with a return, which they do. It does get us to about half health, but otherwise we're still kicking. We're still alive here. Should be able to get off maybe 2 Ice Beams before our demise, if all goes according to Keikaku. Translator, no, Keikaku means plan. Anyway. We'll go ahead and shield out here, though, because we are currently sitting well in the red. I'm assuming this is going to be a foul. Yeah, this is going to be the foul play. Might have been able to survive it, but I'd rather not take that chance, considering how low our health currently is. But anyway, go ahead and fire off another Ice Beam their way. And with that, they have opted to use up their second shield there. They do come back in with the Carbink. I will go ahead and use up shield number 2 here. It has been charging up energy for a while, so it could already be the Moon Blast. It is going to be the Rock Slide, so probably could have resisted that admittedly, but it is what it is. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off the Shadow Ball their way. Should get some good neutral damage in there. We'll get them half health. That's good. Okay, with that, can we get to another Shadow Ball? The answer is yes. Might have. I'm not really willing to take the gamble right now as to whether or not we could have been able to counter the rest of them out of here, admittedly. Because they might be getting close to Moonblast for all I know. Anyway, Sableye coming in with the foul play, finishing off on our Annihilate. Coming back in with the Azumarill, already having the Ice Beam at the ready. We'll go ahead and fire that, clear out their Sableye. And now for the final mon that they have on their side, it is going to be the Lantern. Into which case we have our Jitterbug. The thing about the Lantern is that Lantern does still have Surf, which is going to hurt quite a bit. There it is. But we are resisting their Sparks for the most part, so we're pretty good there. And I think we can outpace them to their next discharge. I think. Ooh. Maybe I could try X-Scissor. I think X-Scissor still does neutral. I can't remember. I don't think water resists bug. At least I hope it doesn't. We'll find out. Oh, and with that, we are able to Volt Switch through the rest of the Lantern and secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. I'm waiting with bated breath on how that one was ultimately going to end. But anyway, with that, we now have 1 win under our belt. It's going to be 1 win and 2 losses. Let's see if we can tie it up here as we look for match number 4 of this set. And speaking of, match number 4 of this set is going to be up against Pacovaldo 95. Alright, Pacovaldo, what do you got? First matchup's going to be up against an Azumarill. about that. I'm actually going to go ahead and rock the mirror matchup, Azumarill v. Azumarill. In which case they decided, nah, I don't want to do that, and swapped in for their Trevenant. The good news for us is we actually do have a coverage move against Trevenant, and that is in the form of Ice Beam. Like that. I'm going to play it a little risky. Let's see how well we handle the C-Bomb. Yeah, it gets us deep into the yellow, but otherwise we're still kicking. Should give us enough time to get to another Ice Beam, I think. Probably going to need to shield up, though, for another C-Bomb, if that's the case. Or we might be able to finish them off with the rest of the bubbles here. Let's find out in just a moment. Okay, let's see if we can bubble the rest of the Trevenant right on out of here. Not quite. Alright, the Trevenant is indeed going to be clearing out our Azumarill here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And that'll come back in with the Annihilate to finish off the rest of the Trevenant. And now it's going to be our Annihilate versus their Azumarill. Don't think they had enough for play rough yet, but shoot it out here anyway. Like that. Go ahead and fire off a Shadow Ball their way. Get them half health. Oh. I'm just going to go ahead and swap right on in for my Charge Bug here, into which case they're going to bring in their Talonflame. Ooh, those incinerates, and I'm assuming Flame Charge in just a moment is definitely going to be quite annoying to, or is pretty much, I might actually finish us off right here now. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, no, I don't know why I had to play the guessing game on that one. That's pretty much where it's going to end here. Yeah, that's going to be the end of our Charger Bug there. RIP, buddy. You have done well. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Shadow Ball their way. We are able to clear the Talonflame. However, I think Azumarill probably has a charge move already. There it is. And Annihilate, as far as I'm aware, is not particularly on the... Oh, actually. Well, actually, no. Well, we actually did survive the Ice Beam, but one more bubble was enough to finish off the rest of the Annihilate there. So that is going to be loss number 3 of this set. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. And over on Twitch, Aztec League MX. I'm saying that correctly. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Since I'm in the business of actually remembering to shout out, let me shout out that should be right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, for anyone who's going to go check them out, give them a follow, give them a sub, go say hi when they're live, etc, etc. Yeah, thank you again, Aztec League, for the raid, and thank you very much for the follow as well. And then welcome to everyone who joined in from the raid. Right now we're currently battling out in the open leagues. Right now starting things out in Great League, but eventually we'll be jumping into Ultra League, and then we're for 2 more matches after this in Ultra League, and then 2 matches in Master League, and then however much sets we have left, we'll split the Ultra and Great League evenly there. But for now, right now, we're still battling it out in Great League. Started things out pretty strong in set number 1 with 3 wins out of 5, and staying in the positive. Set 2, however, we're kind of struggling a little bit. No matter what, in this one, we're going to be in the negative, as we're currently 1 win and 3 losses, but we still have 1 more match left in us, so we can at least see if we can end in 2 wins out of 5 on that one. Cool hat, by the way. Thank you very much. My sister actually got it for me for Christmas, I think like 2 Christmases ago, but always appreciate. And gotta walk my dog. Good luck with the rest of your stream. And thank you very much, Aztec League. Have a good walk with your dog. it's always a nice experience. And yeah, thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you again for the follow and the raid. Always appreciated. But yeah, in any event, just to introduce this team that we're currently using one last time, since this is the final matchup where we'll be using this particular team. We're starting things out with the Annihilate up the front, rocking Counter, Shadow Ball, and Ice Punch. Hanging out in the middle is Charger Bug, there you are, who's rocking Volt Switch, X Scissor, and Discharge. And then closing everything out, we have a Azumarill, who's rocking Bubble, Play Rough, and Ice Beam. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and jump right back into the battle, see how we do for our final match of this set. And speaking of, match number 5 of the set is going to be up against 92. All My Tree. Starting things out with a lantern. Okay. They have enough for... They actually might have enough for a Thunderbolt at this point as well, if I'm counting correctly. But we'll go ahead and try and see if we can bait out their shield with an Ice Punch. Yes, we can. Could be possible that they're also baiting me out of a shield with a Surf. However, admittedly, I probably still want a shield even if it is Surf, because Annihilate's not exactly the most tanky mon in the game, so, you know. Anywho, moving right along from that, we'll go ahead and now fire off a Shadow Ball their way. Do they opt to shield number 2, or do they let their lantern go? They let their lantern go. Alright. And with that, the next one that we're dealing with is going to be the Escalators. And we do have enough to get to a Shadow Ball here. Go ahead and fire that their way. Do at the very least clear out shield number 2, so we'll take that. And with that, we can go ahead and come in with our Azumarill. Now the Shadow Ball is probably going to hurt quite a bit with that neutral damage, but I think we should be able to handle it pretty well. Yeah. Okay. And with that, I may actually opt to shield here. I'm guessing it'll be Shadow Ball again. Yep, there it is. Actually, all of my charge moves are pretty much resisted. I'm going to go for the Play Rough, just because I do benefit a little bit more from Stab, and I think it does pack a little bit more of a punch if I remember correctly than Ice Beam. So, and fire that their way. And now we are able to bubble the rest of the Skeledirge right on out of here. And that final one to deal with is going to be a Zapdos. Okay. I respect the Zapdos. I think that's a Shadow Zapdos too. Not sure what I was expecting today, but it wasn't a Shadow Zapdos, but the Ice Beam definitely came in handy there. So we do manage to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Charger Punch didn't have to do anything on that one. Take a breather on that. Nice. Anyway, well, with that, we're at the very least, it's still in the negative, but at least we got ourselves 2 wins under our belt, so I can't argue there. Go ahead and first and foremost claim this Gligar. I think I'm still in need of a good IV Gligar. I don't know if we're getting it with the current Go Battle League IVs, but definitely not this one. But anywho, go ahead and transfer you out here, and with that, we also got ourselves a Machop. Chop's always cool. Excuse me. Alright, and then we got ourselves a brand new Machop. Not bad IVs. I'm going to go ahead and transfer you out. And with that, it's time for the grand reveal, I guess. Making our way to rank 20. Let's see what our starting ELO is going to be. Here we are, and we are kicking things off at 1989. What a year. Anyway, and we got cool 3480 Stardust as well, so we are just shy of getting to ace ranking there, but... And admittedly, that's actually one of the lower 8 rankings that I've ever started out in, as long as ratings have existed in Go Battle League. But hey, I can't argue with that. well, no complaints here. Just a matter of whether or not I'll now be able to get myself a positive set to get ourselves to ace ranking with this next one, but that might be a little bit tricky here as we are on our way to duke it out in the Ultra League, which has never been too kind to me, admittedly, in my time here. But yes, if this next set is positive, we'll make our way to ace rank. So if we're going to be seeing a positive set in the future, I'm going to go ahead and first get a drink of water. No Ultra League. It is negative. Alright. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, we'll forgo the Ultra League plan for now then, since we're so close to ace. And we're going to try our hand in another battle in Great League. In this case, as well, Great League is mid-league, still hit or miss, but it's your choice. But yeah. No, I think with that, I think we can try and do one more match in Great League. Great League, I tend to do a little bit better in. Admittedly, it's not a guarantee, as well, you've seen I got myself 2 wins out of 5 in the last one, but hey. Might be a little bit better odds to get me to ace ranking moving on forward. So for now, I do have a brand new team set up for our Great League matches, so hopefully that team will be able to carry us to victory, to that 3-2 that we need for ace ranking. But only one way to find out is to jump back into the battles. Good time to be lurking, keeping an eye out. Alright, speaking of, we'll go ahead and jump right back into the basic awards. We're going to jump into Great League for this match, and the team that we'll be using for this one is a Poliwrath up at the front, who's rocking Counter, Icy Wind, and Skilled. Hanging out in the middle, we have the ever bulky Mandibuzz, rocking Snarl, Foul Play, and Aerial Ace. And closing everything out, we have Venusaur, who's rocking Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb. And I see Ash Pokeradar is going to be battling it out in the Mega Raid, so wish you best of luck on the Mega Raid. Yeah, hope everything goes well. Hope everything goes well. Alright, but in any event, yeah. Best of luck on the raid, Ash Pokeradar. And in the meantime, go ahead and utilize this team to the best of our abilities and jump right into it and see how we do for set number 3 of the night. Hopefully in the positive, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, match number 1 of this set is going to be up against MC Lacraya 3000. Alright, Lacraya, what do you got? First matchup is going to be up against a Golisopod. Golisopod's interesting, actually. How do I want to play against a Golisopod? I'm not 100% sure. So I don't remember what Golisopod knows, but we're going to find out in just a moment. It's going to be Liquidation. Okay, it's going to be the battle of not very effective damage here. But they do still have that neutral damage with their Shadow Claws. A little bit concerning. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and lower their attack, if only by a little bit here. That I'm gonna shield out here just in case you have something I'm forgetting. There's gonna be another Liquidation. Okay. Now with that, I'll go ahead and fire off a Scald their way. It is gonna be resistant, but should still be able to take out the Golisopod if it landed. But nonetheless, we do manage to clear out shield number 1 there, and I think with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and say goodbye to my... Oh no! It's actually not going to be enough to finish off the rest of Poliwrath, but the rest of the Shadow Claws was enough to finish off the rest of the Golisopod there, so RIPs. Poliwrath, you've done well, and with that, we'll go ahead and bring in our Mandibuzz, who's now facing off against a Charmin Wigglytuff. Definitely not an ideal matchup for us here. I'm going to go ahead and swap right out for my Venusaur, into which they're going to swap out for their Vigoroth. Okay, that. clear out their final shield. I'm gonna go ahead and try and tank this one out. I think if it is Rock Slide or Body Slam, we should be okay. Oof. Definitely does still pack quite a punch, not gonna lie. Or it definitely does still slam kind of a lot. Sure. But with that, we do have another Frenzy Plant up and running, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. We get them well into the red. But otherwise, I'm actually not sure if I have enough health left in my Venusaur to really get to another Sludge Bomb in time to fire that off at the Wigglytuff. Not quite. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty much where it ends for me here. Unfortunately, the charm got the best of me here. So I could fire off one final aerial ace just to try and see if it's enough, but considering Wigglytuff's at half health, I don't think that quite finish off the Wigglytuff there. So unfortunately that is going to be a loss there. RIPs, but nonetheless GG's all around. Also Shinu K, hello and welcome to the stream. And I'm wondering if you're looking to join Ash Poke Radar for their Mega Raid, into which case I'm not sure if they're still there or if they've already started up on their Mega Raid at this point. But yeah, I guess if Ash is still there and is still looking for help with the Mega Raid, if you want to leave your friend code up below, maybe some people who's watching the stream can help out with that. But if not, then I apologize. I'm not sure if there's anything else we can do. If that's what you're referring to when you're saying, can I join? Beyond that, my level is 16. Yeah. I don't know if Ash has already done their Mega Raid, and admittedly, I'm not. Well, right now it's kind of late on my end, so I'm not really doing any raids at this time. If you do want to leave your friend code below, I can try and invite you whenever possible to any raids that come my way. Whenever I see you online, but yeah. Beyond that. Yeah, I can try and help out wherever I can on in the future, but for now, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not really doing any raids at this time. But nonetheless, thank you again for stopping by, and again, if you want to leave your friend code in the chat, always willing to help out where I can. But in any event, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to keep on keeping on in the battles. Right now, we're currently 0-1 with this team, so looking a little rough, a little bit of a rough start, but able to bounce back before, and we'll see if we can bounce back here as we look for, or we jump into match number 2 against Arteaga 08, I think that was. Don't quite remember off the top of my head, admittedly, how that one was. But anyway, right now we're battling things out against a Dragonair, in which case they have opted to swap out for their Azumarill, in which case we'll swap out for our Venusaur. Of course, the thing to look out for when dealing with Azumarill in this case is that Azumarill does know Ice Beam, as it is firing right now. So we went ahead and shielded that one, excuse me, and then firing off a Frenzy Plant their way, we are able to clear out shield number 1 of their Azumarill. And with that, we have another Frenzy Plant up and running, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. Does it go through this time? Yes, it does. We are able to clear out the rest of the Azumarill there. And now we are face to face once again with the Dragonair. And with that, we'll go ahead and try and tank out this next attack. I'm assuming it's going to be Body Slam, probably. It does get us well into the red. Oof, and the Dragon Breaths are enough to finish off the rest of our Venusaur there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, we'll go ahead and come back in with our Poliwrath, who is able to fire off the Icy Wind, debuff the Dragonair, if only by a little bit. And with that, it's going to be the arrival of the Annihilate. So with that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Scald their way, get some good neutral damage there, even lower the attack hit by a little bit. And with that, we'll go ahead and come in with our Mandibuzz. I'm assuming this next attack is going to be Ice Punch. It is going to hurt quite a bit, but it's going to be Shadow Ball. Okay. And they seem to have stopped. I'm hoping it's not due to any form of technical difficulties, because that would kind of ruin the whole business here. And kind of spoil the victory here, admittedly. But at the very least, we are able to clear out the rest of the Annihilate. And I guess we'll just go ahead and fire off this foul play here at the Dragonair. Yeah. Give it a moment. Just let it charge for a little. Let it sink in. There we go. And we are able to clear out the Dragonair there. Again, hopefully that wasn't due to any form of technical difficulties there, but other than that, prior to the ending of that, I can still say GG's. GG's all around. Oh, and Sunday Angel, apologize for missing your message earlier, but hello and welcome to the stream. Also, see all of y'all are coordinating on working on the raid, so that's kind of cool. And see your question on what's that Pokemon, bro, the one your rival have. So I don't recall exactly at what point in time the battle was happening that came up, but if I remember the team comp correctly, they start things out with a Dragonair. Oh, there's a Pansage here. Hello. It's not shiny, so I'm not gonna. But I believe they started out with Dragonair, if I remember correctly. Then they swapped out for... Their last mon was Annihilate, which is one of the newer mons that they had. Or introduced in Scarlet and Violet. It's the evolved version of Primeape. And I'm trying to remember what the middle mon was. Oh, it's the Mankey Final Evil. Yeah, so probably the Annihilate, if I'm remembering correctly. And I apologize for the life of me, I can't remember what the middle one was. I kind of... Oh, it's a Azumarill. Azumarill. Their middle one was Azumarill. That's right, because I was worried about... yeah, classic Gen 2 mon. Evolved from Marrow. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's everything that I remember from there. Oh, that one I never seen. Okay. So yeah, Annihilate was a new mon that was introduced in Gen 9 in Scarlet and Violet. Evolved form of Primeape. I think in Pokemon Go, in order to get it, you need to have it as your buddy and defeat 30 Psychic or Ghost type Pokemon. You don't need to necessarily beat it with Primeape, because I think that might make things a little bit difficult if that was the case. But yeah, just have it as your buddy and just defeat 30 Psychic or Ghost type Pokemon in any situation, in gym battles, in Go Battle League, raids, what have you, and then you have a chance to evolve Annihilate. So. And I think in the main series games, there's this particular move you need to use like 20 times, I think, with Primeape. Can't remember what it was. It's like Rage Fist or something. I apologize. That one I don't remember off the top of my head. Hey Voyage, can I post my code here so the other trainer can join my raid? Oh yeah, sure, go for it. Feel free, drop your code. If you're cool, I can try and send you a friend request too. I try and send gifts wherever I can, but no promises. I'm pretty hit or miss when it comes to sending gifts. But yeah, feel free to drop. Yeah, go for them. Oh, and also, yes, I agree with you, Sandy Angel. It is very much a very cool looking Pokemon, and I never have quite good luck with using it in my battles, but if I ever find a way to make it work, I shall work my best to make it work, dang it. Anyway. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned already or welcomed you, Cold Nest, but if I haven't, I apologize, and hello, and welcome to the stream. Thank you for confirming it was Annihilate that we were talking about. Oh, and over on Twitch, I apologize as well, but it's XO21. Thank you very much for the follow, greatly appreciated. Yeah, sorry, I'm all over the place when it comes to communication today. The attempt is there, I swear. Anywho. I may drop in communication again as we go ahead and jump right back into the battles. Right now we're currently 1 win and 1 loss. Let's see if we can go into the positive as we go into match number 3, which is going to be up against Maya 140073. Alright, Maya, bunch of numbers. What do you got? First matchup is going to be up against Ace Helix. Absolute classic, absolute unit, that one. Okay, with that, we could be looking at Psychic Fangs. We could be looking at a Break and Swipe. It's going to be the Psychic Fangs. It is super effective, but doesn't do all too much damage. But does lower one of our stats. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's defense. I gotta double check. Anyway, we do fire off the Scald, and we are able to finish off the rest of the Steelix. And with that, they went ahead and swapped in for their Azumarill, into which case we're gonna waste no time and swap right on in for our Venusaur. And we'll go ahead and also waste no time here and go ahead and use up our first shield here. So I'm assuming this is gonna be an Ice Beam. Yep, there it is. Ooh, and with that, last mon to deal with is going to be the Registeel. Alright, so with that, we can't really do all too much damage to the Registeel, but we are able to, I think, resist their Zap Cannon or their Focus Blast. Flash Cannon might be a little bit of trouble if they're rocking Flash Cannon, but otherwise we should be okay. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping the copium is real. But anyway, we'll go ahead and let this one go. I'm guessing it's gonna be the Hyper Beam. Okay, yeah, that's you know what? Fair enough. Credit where credit is due. I wasn't expecting Hyper Beam today, but here we are. Alright, anyway, with that, so I'll go ahead and use up my final shield here. It's gonna be Focus Blast. Okay, so yeah, once again, credit where credit is due. They got me for a loop with that one. Hyper Beam was not on my radar today, but here we are. Anyway, to make the life of the rest of my Pokemon a little bit easier, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off as many Icy Winds as I can towards this Azumarill. Try and really get that attack debuffed as much as I possibly can before bringing in the Mandibuzz to finish everything off. Okay, with that, we're gonna go for another Icy Wind their way. Do they opt to shield, or are they just gonna let this one go? Do opt to shield, okay. Okay, now the big question is, they've been debuffed 3 times. How well are we going to be able to handle Azumarill's attacks here? Okay, it's looking promising. And actually with that, they do opt to call it a night here, because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't just been a battle of attrition there. So we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's all around. Oh, also, hello. Oh, Legend T987. Hello, welcome to the stream. Greatly appreciated. Seems like right now over on YouTube, everyone's coordinating for a Mega Raid I don't recall who's available in Mega Raids right now, but seem to be coordinating on that end, so always appreciated. Do I have it set to where codes like that don't stick on my chat? Have I been accidentally... Are the codes still available? Can anyone confirm on that one? I feel like on certain cases. So I apologize if it's not. I don't recall off the top of my head how to let that go. But in any event, yeah, let me know if y'all are still able to coordinate in regards to the Mega Raid, but and I'll try and help if things are not panning out okay. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on in terms of the battles. Right now we're 2-1 if my memory serves correctly, so let's see if we can go 3-1 as we move into match number 4, which is going to be up against Willem van Orange. Alright, Willem, what do you got? There is he. First matchup is going to be up against a Medicham. And considering they're opting to stick it out, there's a possibility that Medicham does still know Psychic, which could be quite a problem for us moving forward. And we're going to fire it off the Scald their way. I actually did get the attack debuff there, so I'll take that. With that, I'm going to go ahead and shield out here, just in case they are still rocking Psychic. It's going to be Ice Punch to start things out. But it could be the Psychic coming in soon. I'm going to brace for that. Okay, with that, they have opted the shield, so that does give me a slight indication that we may indeed be looking at Psychic coming in. It's Tempt Fate. But there's going to be the Psychic. And does get us well into the red there, so RIP Poliwrath, but you have done well. With that, I'm going to come in with our Mandibuzz, who will be needing to tank out an Ice Punch. It is going to hurt quite a bit, but hopefully we'll be able to tank it out pretty well. Yep, there we go. And we're able to finish off the rest of the Medicham there. But now we are face to face with a Carbink. That's definitely something Mandibuzz does not want to deal with, so I'm going to go ahead and swap right on in for my Venusaur, right on into a Talon Flame, because of course the last one's going to be a Talon Flame. It's almost textbook, really. Yeah, at this point, I don't really have any firepower left in... there's no way, as far as I'm aware, that I could have gotten a W out of Venusaur against the rest of this. There's Talon Flame, and I'm 98% positive Mandibuzz has absolutely nothing to do against this Carbink. That being said, I am absolutely a stubborn human being, so I will be, well, sticking this one out as long as I can. I guess the only possible win condition I could have had is if Mandibuzz had Shadow Ball, but we don't, so. Also, I never actually noticed it's a tackling Carbink. It changes nothing in terms of how this battle is going to go, but I wasn't expecting it to, from what I've been hearing in terms of the fast move I was using. I think that was Tackle. So, yeah, I think that changes nothing in regards to that. But anyway, so RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. Okay, but with that, we're kind of in the scary situation of 2 wins and 2 losses. So ultimately, it determines here as to whether or not we'll be able to push our way over to ace ranking, or if we have a long night ahead of us before that happens. Let's find out as we jump into our final match of this set, which is going to be against MJVS 19 something. That match number 1 is going to be up against a Wishcash. Wishcash, I think we're actually pretty much triple prepped against Wishcash. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this one out for now. And they're coming in with the Mud Bomb. Some pretty good damage there. Okay. Opted to go for the Scald in case we're able to do some pretty good neutral damage. We also get the attack debuff as well. Ooh, we do! We won the 50-50 on that one. And I'm gonna try and take out this next one as well. I'm assuming it's gonna be Mud Bomb again. Yep, does get us deep into the yellow. Okay, I think they are gonna be able to. Yep, they do have an opportunity to fire off one more Mud Bomb. In which case, we're gonna go ahead and shield out here. Keep our Poliwrath alive as long as we can. Okay, with that, next one we have to deal with is going to be a Chargebug. I kind of hoped that I would be able to get to one more charge move before my inevitable demise there, but it is what it is. Anyway, we go ahead and bring in the Venusaur to face off against the rest of this Chargebug. We are going to have to deal with these X-Scissors. Gonna have to deal with one more X-Scissor. Gets us deep into the yellow. Otherwise, we now have an opportunity to fire off a Sludge Bomb their way. And with that, get them well into the red. And with that... not much left in my Venusaur to save. I'm going to save the rest of my Venusaur for later. In the event, the final mon we have to deal with is going to be a Purified Skarmory. And with that, we went ahead and swapped right back in for our Mandibuzz. I think should be able to tank out anything that Skarmory throws our way. Not 110% sure, but I think we should be able to. Okay, we are able to clear out their final shield there, so that's kind of good. That's what the Brave Bird does finish me off there. We do have the Frenzy Plant at the ready, but do we have enough in us to take off the Chargebug afterwards? That's the... or is this actually... oh, that's not even enough to take out the rest of the Skarmory! Ooh, so that does mean we are in the negative, kicking things off in this one. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Yeah, with that, yeah, that's a bit of a rough one. Also, appreciate the open invite, Ash Pokeradar to the raid. Admittedly, I myself am not going to be. I'm just going to continue on with the battles. Yeah, sounds like if anything, Chinu might be in, so hopefully that's good. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, as Will Cujo says, this set was rough. Unfortunately, it's going to be another negative here, so ace ranking continues to be out of our reach in that case, but... oh, and I guess Chinu, I think... it sounds like Ash Pokeradar had the friend request sent earlier, and it sounds like one person was able to accept it, so hopefully the message is still saved somewhere near the top of the chat, so if you want to scroll up, should be able to join in on that one. And I'm with Ness. I don't really have any role-based raid passes on me, and I'm not really looking to invest in any for the night, but I'm not sure what's going on with the setup with Ash and Chinu here. Wish all best of luck with getting that one all sorted up. But in any event, I see you got a friend request from Codeness. I'll accept that in just a moment. And I think I saw someone else send their code as well earlier. Might be able to accept that as well. Oh, Sunday Angel. Yeah, I'll accept your a friend request, or I'll send you all the friend requests in just a moment. Oh, and best of luck, Ash Poke Raid on your raid. Okay, by any event, let's go ahead and first and foremost claim these rewards here, where we got ourselves 3480 Stardust and 3 rare candies. So can't argue with the rewards at the very least. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna be dipping down to 1976 for at the end of that set. So yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more time to get to ace ranking, but we do have one more Great League team that we can use. Since we're hanging out in Great League anyway, we might as well use up our final Great League team to end things out. See if maybe we get ourselves a little bit more luck getting to ace ranking with that. But otherwise, if we're not able to, then I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to Ultra League for a couple matches, and then maybe Great League right after that. So yeah, might stick with that plan. So no matter what happens at the end of this, we'll be diving into the later leagues. But for now, we're gonna try our hand with one final team in the Great League, see if we're able to push ourselves up to into ace ranking with this next one. Ultimately, oh, before I do that, let me go ahead and Voyaging, will you add me? Yeah. If you sent a friend request, then I should be able to. I see Code D the Great. I'm guessing that's the one that was sent from Codeness, if I remember. Yeah, went ahead and accepted that, and I will send out a friend request over to Sanday. And if you want to leave your friend request in the chat, Chinu, or if you want, I think my code is in the description if you want to send a friend request that way. Should be able to. Yep, I have 3 accounts. Okay. I don't know if I can accept all of them, and I may need some time to adjust, free up my friend list, because that one's kind of all over the place too. Give me one moment. Let me send a friend. Let me do one thing real quick. Again, I apologize. I'm all over the place. Okay. My name is Sasuke. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for Sasuke. And I will go ahead and send Sanday a friend request, if I can type that number correctly. What am I doing? Alright, TH Sang 21, I'm guessing. I hope that's correct. If you're still here, went ahead and sent you a friend request as well, and I'll keep an eye out for one for Chinu. I haven't gotten anything. Oh no, nope, that there you are, Sasuke 246483. Just accepted. I'm hoping that's you. Not, let me know. But for now, we shall now go ahead and jump right back in to our battles. We'll do one final match in Great League before we dive into the later leagues. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump into the basic rewards, jump into the Great League, and to introduce the team we'll be using for this match. We're starting things out with the Skeledirge up at the front, who's rocking Incinerate, Shadow Ball, and Disarming Voice. Oh, and thank you for the confirmation, Chinu. Good to know. Accepted the right friend request. And then hanging out in the middle, we have Gudra, who's rocking Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, and Power Whip. And closing everything out, we have Lantern, who's rocking Spark, Thunderbolt, and Surf. Alright, so this is a team that will be rocking. Let's go ahead and jump into the battles and see how we do for match number 1 of set number 4. Okay. And first match of the set is going to be up against Dr. Pustilnik. Alright, Doctor, what do you got? First matchup is going to be up against a Cresselia. You're not that bad of a start. And judging by the fact that Cresselia is still sticking it out, I'm assuming this is a Cresselia that is packing Future Sight. On that note, I will go ahead and shield out here. It's going to be Moonblast. Okay, actually, I don't have to worry too much there. The only thing I really have to keep an eye out in terms of that is that excuse me. Yeah, the only thing I really have to be worried about in regards to Cresselia is that it could be rocking double nuke moves in the form of Moonblast and what you call it? Both Moonblast and Future Sight. There it is, but well, we've moved on from that matchup already and have gone into a matchup of Diggersby versus Gudra. I'll go ahead and shield out here just to keep my Gudra alive as long as I possibly can. I'm guessing it's going to be another Scorching Sands. Yep, there it is. We don't get debuffed there, so we're still good on that end. And we are able to Dragon Breath the rest of the Diggersby right on out of here. And with that, we are down shields, unfortunately. And we are down some of our attack power, unfortunately. But we do have power up at the ready, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. And with that, now we do have Aqua Tail at the ready, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. Then we do manage to clear out shield number 1. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, with that, I'm assuming no matter what, we'll be saying goodbye to our Gudra here. R.I.P. buddy, you have done well. And with that, ooh, the next one is going to be a Bastardon. So we can go ahead and swap right on out for our Lantern. And with this, we'll go ahead and use this opportunity to chuck as much surfs as we can over at the Bastardon. I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a good amount of what do we call it? Stone Edges heading our way. Yep, there's one. Okay, go ahead and fire off another surf their way. I don't think we have enough in us to get to another surf before they get to the next Stone Edge, but we'll find out. Here's hoping. Oh, maybe we do. Haha! We have a chance. Very slim chance, but we have a chance. Haha! With that, we do have enough to get to the Shadow Ball, so we'll go ahead and fire that off over at the Cresselia. I'm pretty sure they're out of shields at this point. Yep, and the research tells me we're able to clear the Cresselia and secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Apologies for being unable to add Chinu for the raid. And, well, Chino, if you happen to still be here, thank you for stopping by. I know it's been kind of a while, but Ash, I hope at the very least the raid went well. Hoping everything cleared out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In any event, at least for us, we were able to secure ourselves 1 win under our belt for this one. So we're currently 1 for 1 with this team. Go ahead and jump right back into excuse me, back into it. Let's go see if we can go 2 for 2 as we go into our next match, which is going to be up against Pokemologia. I think that was 315. Did I remember correctly? Anyway, first match of this set is going to be up against a Noctowl. Okay. Oh, why did I switch? I don't know. I think I just panicked. I panicked at that one, and then I switched in for the Gudra. We'll see if that comes back to bite me. Firing off a rock slide. Okay. With that, at the very least, while our Dragon Breasts are resisted, we do have the ever spammy Aqua Tail on our sides. Go ahead and fire that off their way. We are able to clear out shield number 1 at the very least. And with that, go ahead and let this one go 2. Let's go do a rock slide again. Let's move on to the red. Okay, with that, we do have another Aqua Tail at the ready. Go ahead and fire that their way. And we do actually manage to clear out shield number 2. So that's kind of good. Can we get to another Aqua Tail before our demise? Actually, in this case, I might just let my Gudra go here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And then we're going to go full damage with our Skeledirge here. Try and see if we can clear it out with our Incinerates, maybe. Yeah, that might have been a tall order there. We'll go ahead and use up our final shield here, just because I'm pretty sure I don't even want to tank out a rock slide. And that we are able to finish off the rest of the Stunfisk. It's just a matter of next mon is going to be the Lantern. Fire off here. Ooh, and with that, they swap back in for the Noctowl, into which case we swapped in for our Lantern. Which actually works out pretty well for us, not gonna lie. Completely forgot they started things out with the Lantern, the Noctowl. So. And with that, we are able to resist their wing attacks. It did get decent damage in with the Shadow Ball, but we should be able to tank another if they fire enough another. And then we'll go ahead and fire off a Thunderbolt to clear out the rest of their Noctowl. And with that, they have opted to call it night when we reach the Lantern Mirror. So with that, we have we have secured ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. So about to... Almost a Hundo Venusaur. My goodness. The possibilities. Could have gotten a good I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry, the night's starting to get to me. But in any event, good job on the almost Hundo Venusaur. Respect it. And I guess with that, you got yourself, and Coldness got themselves a Hundo today. Also respect that. Very respect that. Alright, hopefully we get... I don't know if we're going to get any Hundos throughout our rewards for tonight, but hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves another win here, as we're currently 2-0 in this set. Yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and see if we can go 3-0 as we now jump into match number 3, which is going to be up against Intellivision. Alright, Intellivision, what do you got? First match is going to be up against a Shadow Arcanine. I don't know how I want to approach this, actually. I'm going to shield here, because again, I don't know how I want to approach this. There'll be Psychic Fangs. Could have resisted that, but either way. We'll go ahead and waste no time. We're going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. I'm actually losing on damage output, huh? I think Psychic Fangs did reduce my defense, I think? And with that, let's go ahead and swap right out for the Gudra to Dragon Breath the rest of the Arcanine right on out of here. There we go. And with that, next mon we'll deal with is going to be the Brashulon. I'm news for us is that we do have a way to do at least some super effective damage in the form of Aqua Tail. And we got ourselves another Aqua Tail to fire off their way. Get them to about half health. I'll take it, I'll take it. I think this is where we'll be saying goodbye to our Gudra here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. Oh, well. Still alive for a little bit more Dragon Breath. There we go. Okay, now RIP, buddy, you've done well. And then I'm going to swap right on in for my Lantern, into which case they're going to swap in for their Shadow Victory Bell. Oh, buddy. Probably could try and fire it off one more charge move, admittedly, but try to get as many incinerates as we can on that one. And with that, we're coming back in with the Lantern, but unfortunately the Razor Leaves are, gonna do us in there. So unfortunately that is gonna be loss number 1 of the set here. RIP's there, but unless GG's. GG's all around. Oh, Voyage, not sure if you saw it, but I asked a question earlier in chat if you don't mind answering it. Was it prior to the friend request? Because I do recall, I think if you were, sorry, let me change the cam chat so I don't review anything I don't need to. If you were Cold D the Great, then I have accepted your friend request. Not sure if that is you, but if that's the question you're referring to, then yes, I have accepted your friend request. Unless that's not you, into which case I still need to see said friend request. But referring to a different question, if you don't mind asking it again, I'll try and answer it as best as I can. No promises on a good answer, but hopefully I'll be able to answer it as best as possible. Yeah, if it's cool with you. If not, I can after this next match, I'll try and look through the rest of the chat to see what else other questions I can find. Also, yes, that is you. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, if you don't mind posting your question, if you have another question, if you don't mind posting it one more time. If that is the question, then yes, I have accepted your friend request, and I'll sure be sending a gift as soon as can. But yeah, apologies. A lot has been going on in chat recently, so I may need a quick refresher on what the question was. So I apologize about that. But in any event, I shall answer in just a moment. For now, we are currently 2-1 in this current set. Let's see if we can seal the deal, get ourselves that 3-1 as we now jump into match number 4, which is going to be up against Gengar Khan. Alright, Gengar Khan, what do you got? First matchup's going to be against the Chargebug. I would actually swap out for their Gudra, into which case we'll swap out for our own Gudra. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and shield out here. Going for the Aqua Tail. We do resist, but we're taking some pretty decent damage there. And then we are able to Dragon Breath the rest of their Gudra right on out of here. Albeit we have lost ourselves quite a good amount of health on that one. And with that, they're coming back in with the Chargebug. Go ahead and waste no time and fire off a Aqua Tail their way. Ooh. And we actually have an opportunity to fire off another Aqua Tail their way, so we'll go ahead and do that. Get them down to the yellow. And with that, I will try and tank this out. I think even his discharge just goes deep into the yellow, if anything. Yep. And with with that, final one they have on their side is going to be a Feraligatr, who is rocking that Shadow Claw. Go ahead and fire off a Shadow Ball their way, clear out their first shield. And with that, we're going to come in with our Lantern. And with that, let's see what charge move they're chucking our way. The only thing I have to worry about is Crunch. It's going to be Hydro Cannon. We're able to handle that just fine. And fire off a Surf their way. Do we clear out shield number 2, or do we do good damage to the Feraligatr? Answer that question before I got a chance to finish it. And with that, go ahead and shield out here just to keep my Lantern alive through this one. Hydro Cannon, let the spark damage come through. And with that, they have opted to call it a night, so we do manage to secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Oh, it took me a while to realize what you meant by DSC. I was wondering if you had a community Discord? Is that what you're referring to with DSC? If that's the case, then I actually do not have a Discord set up. Hopefully I'll get one done before 2025, possibly. But if I do ever have a community Discord ever set up, I may need to see if anyone's able to help monitor that, but I guess that's for later. Sometime in the future, hopefully maybe I'll get a community what would that be? A community server set up for excuse me, for Discord, but for now, right now we don't have anything for Discord at the moment. If anything, we do still have our somewhat managed social media accounts on Instagram or Twitter /X. Also all under the same name, Voyaging Trainer, so if you do want to follow us there, we have those. And of course, we're here over on both YouTube and on Twitch under the name. So, but hopefully someday we'll be able to add Discord to the mix. But right now we don't have anything to offer there. So someday, I'm hoping, maybe. But that is plans for the future. But for now, in the present, we are currently 3-1 in our matches in this current match. So no matter what, we're ranking up, if only by a little bit, but let's see if we can get ourselves one more win as we jump into our final match of this set, which is going to be up against Kedudu. 77. Sorry, I'm like 5, don't mind me. Anyway, first matchup is going to be up against a Dugong. Dugong is an interesting one because we do resist their Ice Shards and Icy Wind. They do only take neutral damage from our Incinerates. But while Icy Wind is resisted, Drill 1 is certainly not, so I gotta be on the lookout for that. Speaking of, we'll go ahead and shield out here, just in case they're going straight Drill Run on this one. Which they are, okay. Okay, with that, we do have a Shadow Ball up and running, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. Do we clear out shield number 2, or do we get the damage to the Dugong? Good damage to the Dugong it is. Now with that, we're going to shield out here, just in case they're going one more time for the Drill Run. They are. They really want this Skeleturge gone. I don't blame them. Anywho, we are able to incinerate the rest of the Dugong right on out of here. We are down a shield, so I gotta be a little bit careful about that. But otherwise, we're still hanging in there. We're still hanging in there. Alright, now, however, we are now face to face with a Clodsire. They might be able to finish us off with one final Earthquake in just a moment. But you know, we got a little bit of Incinerate damage in before our demise here. Or Stone Edge, okay. And with that, coming in with the Goodra. Hopefully we're able to survive their next charge move here. Gonna be a Stone Edge. Yep, still hanging in the green, so not too bad there. And with that, next one that we're dealing with is going to be a Cresselia. Ooh, we might be in a little bit of trouble, actually. Come to think of it. Probably could have fired off that Aqua Tail. When I think about it. That's what it is. Alright, so we say goodbye to Gudra here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And now it's going to be our Lantern versus their Cresselia. Assuming Cresselia is packing Grass Knot, into which case this is going to hurt quite a bit. But hopefully we'll be able to pack some pretty good damage against Cresselia with our Thunderbolt. It's just a matter of how much damage we can get in with Thunderbolt. If we can clear them out before they get to their next Grass Knot, okay, we might have possibly a chance. Although Clodsire is very durable, and I don't think Surf is gonna knock out half of Clodsire's HP. So, yeah. You do get them onto the red, but I have a sneaking suspicion we're looking at a... Or even if it is Stone Age, I think that will clear us out as well. Nope, it is going to be the Earthquake. It does finish off the rest of the Lantern, so unfortunately that is going to be loss number 2 of this set here. RIPs there, but nonetheless GG's. GG's all around. And on the plus side, we do still end in the positive with 3 wins out of 5, so we can still take this opportunity to claim this 3480 Stardust when it comes back on screen. There we go. We got ourselves 1 rare candy, and we got ourselves a Volibee. Yo. I don't think that one can be good IVs for PvP currently, but might as well check to see what it is. Interesting IV spread. I'm going to transfer you out. And with that, let's see where we land. Ooh, we're ever so close to ace ranking here with 1993. Also a good year. So, can't argue with that. I guess, since we did pretty good with this team, maybe I might just do one more match in Great League once again, to try and see if we're able to seal the deal and actually get ourselves up to that ace ranking here and now. So, apologize for backtracking on my earlier comment about just automatically going to Ultra League and Master League right after this, but the hope is alive right now. The hope is alive for us to get to ace ranking, and this team managed to get us a positive set here, so I'm gonna try and stick it out, see if we're able to do that one more time to get us to that coveted ace ranking, and then we can dip down in ELO as much as we want. After that, I don't care. Alright, but before I do that, real quick hydration check. Always remember, stay hydrated. Very important. Yeah, okay. Anywho, let's do this. One last time, run the same team, hope we get good results, at least in the positive. But to introduce a team that'll hopefully get us to ace ranking, fingers crossed, knock on wood. We're starting things out with the Skeletor up at the front, who's rocking Incinerate, Shadow Ball, and Disarming Voice. Hanging out in the middle, we have Gudra, who's rocking Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, and Power Whip. And closing everything out, we have Lantern, there it is, who's rocking Spark, Thunderbolt, and Surf. Alright, so this is our team. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the battles and see how we do for set number 5 of the night. And technically the first set of a brand new day. Anyway, match number 1 of the set is going to begin Sun Moon, Sun Moon. I wonder what their favorite Pokemon series is. Anyway, first matchup is going to be up against a Wigglytuff. Yeah, this matchup I'm perfectly okay with staying in because Charm ain't doing all too much to us, and I'm pretty sure I resist any of the charge moves that Wigglytuff throws our way. And we're able to pack some pretty good neutral damage in the form of our Incinerates and our own Disarming Voice. With that, I'm going to try to tank out their next charge move. I'm guessing Icy Wind. Yep, there it is. We're able to resist just fine. Then we are able to incinerate the rest of the Wigglytuff right on out of here. And with that, next one to deal with is going to be the Charjabug. Then we'll go ahead and waste no time, go straight for the Shadow Ball. Okay, got one more Incinerate in. Now we'll go ahead and get one more Shadow Ball in. Get out shield number 1. There we go. And with that, we come in with our Goodra. I'm going to try and tank out this first charge move. I think even if it is either X-Scissor or Discharge, should be okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use up our first shield here. Really don't want to try and tank out another X-Scissor if I don't need to. And with that, next one that we're dealing with is going to be the Medicham. I'm going to swap right on in for my Lantern. Go ahead and see what charge moves we have to survive from Medicham. It's going to be Power Up Punch. Definitely building up the threat here. And we could be looking at another Power Up Punch here. I don't think I got enough for another potent charge move here. I don't think. Could be a combination Power Up Punch and Ice Punch, maybe? Well, if it's a pure fighter, Power Up Punch and Dynamic Punch, now that's... Okay, I'm gonna try risk it. Okay, throwing another Power Up Punch. Alright, bringing back the Charjabug to tank out this next move. Unfortunately, all the attack buffs that they got from the Power Up Punch are now gone. Apologies, RIPs to there. Anywho, we are able to knock each other out there, but the Goodra lives to see another day. So we do manage to get ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so with that right now, we are currently 1 for 1. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 as we jump into match number 2 of this set. And speaking of, match number 2 of this set is going to be up against JBI 305. Alright, JBI, what you got? First matchup is going to be up against a Swampert, which is an automatic nope from me. I'll swap right on out for Magudra. I guess they're kind of sticking out in the battle, and they're bringing in the Bastardon. Guessing they have their charge moves on lock. Meantime, we'll go ahead and try and do as much damage as we can with our Goodra against this Bastardon. Fire as many Aqua Tails as we can before our demise. Okay. I'm gonna save my shields for another day. Face off against this Stone Edge. Get a couple more Dragon Breaths in before I never demise. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And I'm gonna swap in for my Lantern. We'll go ahead and fire off a Surf their way. Clear out the rest of their Bastardon. There we go. I kind of figured it would be the return of the Swampert here. Fair enough. But with that, we are... We're definitely in a rock and a hard place at this point. Okay, well at the very least I'll try and see if I can clear out some shields before our inevitable demise. So, at the very least we were able to get Swampert deep into the yellow before, again, our inevitable demise. So we have that going for us. Could be possible that Swampert has enough energy for Earthquake. It does build up energy really quickly. But it looks like it does opt for the Hydro Cannon instead. And we're going to finish things off with the Venusaur here. In that case, I'm just going to go ahead and waste no time. Go for the Thunderbolt. Still going to be resisted, but that was our best chance at doing any form of meaningful damage against this Venusaur. And unfortunately, it looks like the Venusaur is going to be finishing off our Lantern here. So unfortunately, that is going to be loss number 1 in this set. RIPs here, but unless GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so with that... Codeness, what's your favorite Pokemon on my account? Ooh, that's a very good question, admittedly. I would say it can be admittedly a bit of a toss-up. One Pokemon that I've been hunting forever for was Shiny Rayquaza, so I'm very thankful I finally have one of those on my team. It's nothing really to write home about in terms of IVs, but I mean, just love the shiny for Rayquaza. Always a solid pick. Otherwise, a lot of the Gen 9 Pokemons that were introduced in Pokemon Go, I really love. You know, Annihilate is absolutely goated. Skeledirge is the starter that I used for Scarlet and Violet, so absolutely 100% if I could use that everywhere, I try and use that as much as I can. Oh, and of course, I mean, Clodsire. It's Clodsire. You can't argue against Clodsire. Look at that thing. If not friend, why friend shape, right? It's fantastic. It's beautiful. If I could use this thing more often, I would. But again, those... right now, my best, or the one that performs the best so far for me, has been Skeledirge, which is why I'm currently using it in this team. But speaking of, right now with this team, we're currently 1-for-1, so we'll go ahead and jump right back into the battles and see if we can bring it back into our advantage with 2-in-1 as we look for match number 3. There you go. And match number 3 of this set is going to be up against Slash 0704. Alright, Slash, what do you got? First matchup's going to be up against an Altaria. Alright, this one I don't mind sticking it out all too much. Dragon Breath are definitely going to start adding up, but we do have a way to add up our own charge move damage, and that is in the form of Disarming Voice. That we are able to clear out shield number 1. I'll go ahead and use up our shield number 1 as well. Okay. Going for another Disarming Voice. Do we clear out shield number 2? We just get some good damage on the Altaria. I'll take that. I actually have an opportunity to fire off another Disarming Voice their way, so I'll go ahead and take that opportunity. Do we clear the Altaria, or do we take out shield number 2? Shield number 2 it is, okay. And with that, we do say goodbye to our Skeledirge there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And then we'll go ahead and use up our first shield here, our final shield here. And then we'll go ahead and Dragon Breath the rest of the Altaria right on out of here. And with that, what other Pokemon do they have on their side? It's going to be a Lantern. And that's some good news. We do have an opportunity to fire off a Power Whip their way. Get some good damage there. Okay, but now we're going to have to tank out this next attack. I think if it is Thunderbolt, we should be able to survive that pretty well. There we go. And with that, final mon is going to be the Skarmory. Unfortunately, we do have our own Lantern to fight off the Skarmory here. And with that, they have opted to call it a night, so we do manage to get ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Oh. And Ash Poke Radar, current ELO, where are we currently at? We are actually at 1993, if I remember correctly. So we are oh so close to ace ranking. You can almost taste it. But yeah, we're working our way there. We're working our way there, Ash. We're getting there. Also, I hope you're cool if I'm shorthanding your name to Ash. I don't know if you prefer that or Poke Raider. Also, I've been calling you Radar this entire time. I didn't realize you're Poke Raider, and I apologize for that. I don't know why my brain automatically registered it as Radar, but sorry. Anyway, Poke Raider. Well, for one, I hope you're okay if I just kind of shorten it to Ash. But yeah, in the long form, I'm trying to remember Poke Raider. Okay, Ash. Okay, cool. Also, Codeness6, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Greatly appreciated. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. That'd be extra awkward. But anyway. So yeah, right now the pressure's a little bit on to get ourselves to ace ranking. If we get a positive, if we get our next win here, we're good to go. We're golden. I don't have to worry about ELO for... Well, I mean, I always have to worry about ELO, especially if I want to get to Legend eventually. But if I can at least seal the deal on ace ranking if I get one more win here. But in any event, on that note, we're 2 wins, we're 1 loss. Let's see if we can get that 3rd win here as we jump into match number 4. Whoever they may be, we may be here for a while. Maybe here for a long while. Hello. Do I have enough time for a water break? I guess so. Oh, the sounds is killing me. Oh, there we go. And match number 4 of this set is going to be up against Skylar J Flag. Alright, Skylar, what you got? First matchup is going to be up against a Mantine. And with that in mind, it all depends really on what Mantine knows. I'm guessing, judging by how fast it was, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna... Oh, I was gonna say Bubble Beam spam me, but Aerial Ace works too. Yeah, sure. And that wasted no time, went straight for the Shadow Ball and actually got some good damage in there. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and start chucking up my shields here. And can I finish things off with Incinerate? Ooh, nope, I'm going to need to use one more shield here. I'm getting a little greedy with keeping my Skeledirge up at the front here, finishing off the rest of that Mantine. Here we are. And Mantine is now out of here. We are now face to face with an Umbreon. And might as well stick things out for a little bit. Get a couple of disarming voices going. Alright, well, anyway. That's the end of that. RIP. Skeledirge, you have done well. Now it's time for our ever bulky fish to fight off against the remainder of the Umbreon. We're seeing a good amount of foul plays heading our way. Hopefully we'll be able to pack some pretty good damage in before our inevitable demise. And so with that, go ahead and fire off a Surf their way. And on to the red. Okay. Okay, so we'll do another foul play. Does get us deep into the red. Okay, waste no time here. Fire the Surf off. Clear out the rest of the Umbreon. Or take out their shield if they really want to. With that. Ooh, final one I'm going to deal with is going to be the Stunfisk. So, yeah, we're definitely in a bit of a rough spot on this one. Okay. should be interesting. They're going straight in for the earthquake. Does get us deep into the yellow. Get off at least one more Aqua Tail before our demise. Nope, they got to their next charge move here. Going to the rock slide, finishing off our Gudra here, and unfortunately I don't think I have enough in me to finish off the rest of their Stun Fisk. Yeah, nope, so that is going to be loss number 2 of this set here. RIPs there, but nonetheless GG's. GG's all around. Also, I see Ash has gone to their nap break. Well, if you're still listening in, have a good nap. Have a good nap, Ash. And also, I see Coldness MC. Thank you very much for the follow. Not sure if you're related to Coldness 6, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, now the pressure's on. The pressure's really on. We're 2 wins and 2 losses. Let's see if we can get that 3rd win here as we look for our final match of this set. Oh boy, okay. Alright, match number 3 of this set is going to be up again. Match number 5 of this set, I'm sorry, is going to be up against AGT Vase. Alright, AGT, what do you got? First matchup's going to be up against a Quagsire. Not particularly great start there, but hopefully we'll be able to bounce back. Farmall swapping things out for our Gudra. Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and fire off an Aqua Tail their way. Clear out shield number 1. And with that, maybe playing a little risky, but I'm going to try and tank this one out. It's going to be the Aqua Tail. We're able to handle that just fine. And now I'm going to go ahead and chuck up shield number 1 here. It's going to be Stone Edge. Very thankful I shielded that one. And with that, we'll go ahead and fire off another Aqua Tail their way. Do we do decent neutral damage to the Quagsire, or do we take it out? Or do we take out shield number 2? Sorry, there we go. That's the question I want to ask. And with that, ooh, they actually have opted to swap out for their Poliwrath. In which case, we'll go ahead and fire off a Power Whip their way. Clear out shield number 2. And with that, we'll go ahead and say goodbye to our Gudra here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. It's gonna be the Icy Wind. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our Lantern here. I think for the most part, we should be able to survive any of the charge moves that Poliwrath throws our way. Even if it is something like spicy, like Dynamic Punch or something. Should be okay, I'm thinking. There we go. So we are able to finish off the rest of the Poliwrath. Now we have a Clodsire to deal with. Okay. With that, I'm going to bring back Incineroar. We are... not Incineroar. What am I talking about? Wrong fire starter. I'm bringing in Skeledirge to face off against the rest of this Clodsire. Oh man, it's been a night. What can I say? Anywho, we'll go ahead and face off against the rest of this Clodsire. They are firing off the Sludge Bomb. Ooh, with that they do opt to swap back in for the Quagsire. Guessing we're going to be taking on a Aqua Tail. Ooh, does hurt, but we are able to fight through it. Oh shoot, they caught me in the middle of a Incinerate there. I think that is going to be Sludge Bomb. Ooh, but we do survive. And the Incinerate damage pulls through. And we are able to secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. With what Coldness mentioned is a funny looking Incineroar. So nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Woo. I'm going to rename my Skeledirge Incineroar now. Because Incineroar came in clutch on that one. Whew, buddy. Okay. And with that, we can go ahead and claim this 3480 Stardust, this Charge TM, and this Marine. Haven't bothered using a Toxapex in a while. Anyway. Okay, with that, we have claimed ourselves a brand new Marine. Interesting IVs, I'm going to transfer you out. And I believe with that, we have up and made it to ace ranking with very much in the margin of 2005. And we got sandals. Okay, I don't need to worry about the other rankings because we got sandals now. Anyway. There we go. Woo! It took 5 sets of Great Leagues and a good amount of 3 and 2s, but we made it up to ace ranking. Go ahead and change the thing there. There we go. We've done it. We've made it. It's here. We're deep into the ELOs now. We're in the ace ranking. It's all downhill from ranking. I better not make that a self-fulfilling prophecy there, but great job. Thank you very much, Codeness. Gotta put that on the Insta. I got told that last time, and I said like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that on the Insta," but I forgot to put that on the Insta. But we'll put this one on the Insta, and the Twitters, or the X, or I don't know. But yeah, we'll put it on the socials. Hopefully, maybe later tonight, so that way I don't forget. But we're here. We made it to the 3. We made it to ace ranking, which means, well, I mean, I do still want to focus on getting positive sets so that way eventually we can get to veteran ranking. But for now, I'm feeling a little less pressure to keep our ELO on the up and up since we're just above the ace ranking threshold. So with that said, we'll go ahead and take this opportunity now to battle it out in a couple of Ultra League battles, dive into the deeper waters, the 2500 CP realm, and we actually have 2 teams set up and ready to go for that one. Let me first change that. There we go. Since we have that all set up and ready to go. So yeah, we're here, we're ready. Let's go ahead and dive into some Ultra League battles. But first, another drink of water. Always remember to stay hydrated. No matter what ranking we're at, hydration is still important. Okay. Alright, so with that, go ahead and get some Ultra League battles in. Go ahead and jump right back into the basic rewards. Jump into the Ultra League this time. And to introduce the team that we'll be using for these matches, we're starting things out with Empoleon up at the front, who's rocking its brand new fast move Steel Wing, as well as Hydro Cannon and Drill Peck. Hanging out, we have Tapu Fini, who's rocking Water Gun, Moon Blast, and Surf. And then closing everything out is the return of our funny-looking Incineroar, aka Skeledirge, who's rocking Incinerate, Shadow Ball, and Disarming Voice. Really capitalizing on Skeledirge in these past couple of sets here. So let's see if we can capitalize again as we go ahead and jump into the battles and see how we do for our first set in Ultra League, and our 6th set of the night, and our 2nd set of a brand new day. And actually, that's it. Anywho, match number 1 of this set is going to be up against Podigane. Alright, Podigane, what do you got? First matchup's going to be up against a Virizion. I'm going to nope right on out of there and swap right on in for my Skeledirge, into which case they're going to swap in for their Ampharos. I'm going to take a wild swing in the dark, and assuming they're bringing in Ampharos because of Bruto Swing. There it is. So yep, definitely not trying to tank that one out. Thank you very much. And now we're going to fight back with a Disarming Voice, which is where I'm able to clear out shield number 1. The unfortunate thing that's happening here is that Brutal Swing is unfortunately very spammy. So we're gonna need to shield out quite a lot here. Maybe they'll let this disarming voice through and save a shield for another day. I'm not 100% sure. Well, looks like they will. Okay. Can we clear out the rest of the Ampharos? Yes, we can. Okay, with that, they're bringing in their own skill eaters. In which case, we'll go ahead and fight back with a real quick Shadow Ball. Clear out number 2. And then go ahead and bring back or this time we're going to bring in Tapu Fini, who's going to be fighting off the rest of this Virizion. Unfortunately, that grass typing is going to come into play pretty heavily here. And yeah, that Leaf Blade is pretty spammy, so yeah, we may actually be saying goodbye to our Tapu Fini here fairly quickly. So RIP, buddy, you have done well. You tried your best. And with that, we were able to get Virizion into about half health, so we got that going for us. Can we survive the Leaf Blade? Oh, we can! Okay. I counted you out too soon, Skill Eaters. Your time has come. Your time has come to shine. Oh, well. You got a little bit of extra damage in there, so I can't argue there. And with that, they're coming back in with the Skill Eaters. I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a Shadow Ball come in. Yep. That's about half health. Ooh, okay. We do get to the Hydro Cannon. Fire that off their way. It's just a matter of whether or not we can Steel Wing the rest of the Virizion before they get to the next charge move. Not quite. The sliver of health, Virizion managed to pull through and actually pretty much wipe out our entire team there. So, props to the Virizion. They got the W there. So, RIP to us there. But nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so right now we're currently 0-1. Not the greatest of starts, but you know, we still have 4 matches and plenty of opportunities to bounce back. See if we can do just that as we jump into match number 2 against Tree. He's starting things out with a Golisopod. Okay, with that. I never quite remember what Golisopod knows, but I'm pretty sure we can outlast Golisopod. And we do have Aerial Ace to rely on. We can go ahead and fire that their way. Let's see what charge moves Golisopod is packing. It's going to be Liquidation. Excuse me. Fortunately, we are able to resist, so we're good there. Oh boy. Sorry, excuse me. Started dying from that Liquidation. I don't know what happened there. Anywho, go ahead and fire off another Drill Peck their way. Clear out shield number 2. With that, we'll go ahead and use up our first shield here. Just because Empoleon's looking a little worse for wear, admittedly. Ooh, do I want to use shield number 2 here? I'm going to use shield number 2 here. Aerial Ace. That's the same move. Okay. Interesting. Well, with that, they've swapped out for another Mon. I'm not sure what Mon that is. We'll find out in a moment. It's going to be a Alolan Sandslash. Ooh, that drill run's going to hurt quite a bit. Not going to lie. I may not have thought this one through properly. We'll find out in a moment. How tanky am I? Tanky enough? Okay, now do we see the return of the Golisopod, or do they have Mon number 3 coming out here? Mon number 3 it is! Oh no! I was stuck in an Incinerate loop! The tragedy! Anywho. It's gonna be Alter Giratina now, and well, luckily we have Tapu Fini to rely on for this one, so we'll go ahead and tank out that Ancient Power. And now fire off a Moon Blast their way. into the red. And with that, firing off another ancient power our way. Yes, they are. Ooh, with that, they do have another charge move at the ready. Is Aerial always gonna be enough to finish us off, or even Liquidation gonna be enough to finish us off? Not quite. Capitalize. Oh. Almost didn't complete the circle there. Oh my goodness. And with that, we are able to finish off the rest of the Glyphosopod and finish off the rest of the Giratina and secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Ooh, buddy. Excuse me. Nice. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, alright. So with that, right now we're all tied up. We're 1 win, 1 loss. Let's see if we can go 2-1 as we go into match number 3 of this set, which will be against somebody. Eventually. We'll figure out in a moment. Okay, and with that, match number 3 of this set, I'm sorry, it's going to be against Tom Killifish. Alright, Tom, what do you got? First matchup's going to be up against Dave Cresselia. And Codeness6, thank you very much for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, I would definitely go to sleep if it's 4 a.m. there. My goodness. Get some rest. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and try and work our way through this Cresselia. I think even if it is grass now, we should be okay. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Okay, we do have another Hydro Cannon to fire their way. Do you clear out your number 1, or do you do some more good neutral damage to the Cresselia? Good neutral damage it is. Okay. And with that, I'm assuming we're going to be seeing another Grass Knot heading our way. There it is. Gets us well into the red. And with that, I'll go ahead and say goodbye to my Empoleon there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, we'll go ahead and incinerate the rest of the Cresselia with our Skilleaders. And now it's going to be the arrival of the Greninja. And with that, they're actually going to swap out for their Talonflame tool, and I'm assuming is going to be catching this disarming voice. Good catch. In this case, we'll go ahead and swap right on out for our Tapu Fini. And water gun through as much of the Talonflame as we can. I'll go ahead and use up my... I'm going to try and tank this one out. It's going to be Brave Bird. Ooh, ooh. Maybe the tank out wasn't warranted there. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Moon Blast their way. Clear out your number 1. Okay, with that... say goodbye to our Tapu Fini there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. It might be a bit of a fool's errand to rely purely on Skilledirge at this point, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Okay, here's hoping I have enough for double disarming voice. Otherwise, we're pretty much cooked here. Okay, firing off 1. And can I get off another? Oh no, they had another charge move. Darn you, Greninja, and your ever spamminess. I was hoping I would have caught them with the double disarming voice. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is what it is. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so right now we're currently back in the negative. We're 1 win and 2 losses, but let's see if we can tie it all back up again as we go into match number 4, which is going to be up against Complicated Shadow. Alright, Complicated Shadow, what you got? First round is going to be up against an Obama Snow. That. So of course Energy Ball could be rather troublesome for our future. And fire off a... Right now we're getting some good super effective damage in with our Steel Wings. And I may be playing a little too risky, but we'll go ahead and try and take out this next one, see how well we do. Okay, because it's about half health, but otherwise we're still kicking. Ooh, next one that we're dealing with is going to be the Talon Flame, in which case we'll go ahead and swap right on out for our Tapu Fini. I know Brave Bird got me pretty bad last time, but we're taking it out. It's gonna be Fly, so this time around we're looking much better. Much better for this time around. Now we're gonna go ahead and fire off a Surf their way, get them well into the red. Can I water gun the rest of them down? Yes, we can. Next one we're doing is going to be the Nidoqueen, who is getting some good damage in with those poison jabs. That is for certain. And we are able to clear out their first shield there. And now we say goodbye to our Tapu Fini there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and shield out here, just in case they're going straight for the Earth Power. Up is going to be Poison Fang. Kind of figured, but you never know. You never really know, you know? You never really know. Like that, we're going to fire off Hydro Cannon their way. And shield out here again, just in case now they're going for the Earth Power. Oops, going for Poison Fang again. Do they have enough to get to Earth Power before I get to... Oh! Ah, dang it. Oh, they got me there, okay. Okay. Well, anyway, we have the rest of their Nidoqueen to deal with, and right now, my hope primarily relies on Skeledirge. Looks like we are able to survive their Earth Power, and with that survival, we are able to secure ourselves, or they have opted to call it a night, so we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so with that, we are all tied up. We are 2 wins and 2 losses. So let's see if we can get ourselves one more win in this set as we go into match number 5, which is going to be up against Don't Have Dave, I think. Anyway. First matchup for the set is going to be up against a Zapdos. Shadow Zapdos, mind you. And then I'm going to go ahead and swap right on out for my Skeledirge. Go ahead and shield out here. I don't think there's anything with that. Nothing I can think of that can like one-shot me, but I'll take the chance if I don't need to. Anywho, next round is going to be up against a Walrein. Excuse me. Like that, we are able to get good damage in with the Shadow Ball. I'm going to try and see if I can tank out this next attack. Going to be Icicle Spear, so we're able to handle that just fine. I'm guessing this next one's also going to be Icicle Spear, so we should be able to handle that just fine, hopefully. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. So we are able to clear out the rest of the Walrein. And now we have the return of the Shadow Zapdos. Fire off a Disarming Voice their way. Fire off another Disarming Voice their way. Probably could have fired up the Shadow Ball actually, because we're pretty even on that one at this point. And that, I'm going to go ahead and shield out here because I think I have enough for one more. Oh, well, I guess. Just got enough for a Shadow Ball, which we can now fire off towards the Cresselia, Shiny Flex Cresselia. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and swap right on out for my Empoleon to fight off against this Cresselia, who I'm assuming is now going to be firing off a Grass Knot. Fortunately, our Steel typing comes in handy there. And now we'll go ahead and fire off a Hydro Cannon their way. Either do good neutral damage or finish off the rest of the Cresselia. Just good neutral damage it is. Okay, now it's a matter of whether or not we can survive the rest of this Zapdos. Enough to get to another charge move. Ooh. I need to tank out whatever's coming in next. I don't know what it is. It's gonna be Thunderbolt. Oof. No hope lies on finishing off with Water Gun, which Tapu Fini was able to do. So we do manage to get ourselves victory number 3 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so with that, we actually were able to get ourselves a positive win-loss out of this. The cool 3 out of 5. With that, we can claim this 3600 Stardust, a charge TM. Always nice. And with that, we got ourselves a Dino. Catch that real quick. Okay, got ourselves a brand new Dino. Interesting IVs, but I'm going to transfer you out. And with that, we can go ahead and claim this rank awards, in which case we've made it to 2020. Very interesting year. But anyway, and we got ourselves some cool starters out of that as well. Alright, so I think with that... Alright, so with that, it looks like an ad is currently in progress over on Twitch, yeah, with that, right now, we seem to be on the up and up for the most part. We had ourselves a couple of negative sets in Great League with 2 wins out of 5 in both set 2 and 3, but otherwise, we've been staying pretty consistent with 3 wins out of 5 in set 1 and then sets 4 through 6, so had some pretty good runs over in Great League, and started out pretty strong in Ultra League as well, so can't argue with that. But we have another team that we want to test out in Ultra League, so I'll go ahead and make the updates on that here real quick. There we go. And with that, actually, before we I'm just double checking out something. Okay, there we go. Before we continue on with our matches in just one moment, I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break. Also refill on some water because I'm getting, I'm not too bad, but I can always use a refill. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I shall be right back. Alright. Hello, hello, we have returned. Haha. Anyway. Alright, so with that, our first set in the Ultra League has gone, I guess our first of 2 sets in the Ultra League has gone particularly well, staying in the positive with 3 wins out of 5, I'm sorry. But now we'll go ahead and jump into set number 2 in the Ultra League, or set number 7 of the night. To go ahead and jump back into the basic rewards, jump into the Ultra League. Entries is the team that we'll be using for these matches. We're starting things out with a Verizian, up at the front, who's rocking Double Kick, Sacred Sword, and Leaf Blade. Hanging on in the middle, we have, there we go, for Alligator, who's rocking the Shadow variety, who's rocking Shadow Claw, Hydro Cannon, and Ice Beam. And then closing everything out, we have Giratina of the alternate variety, who's rocking Shadow Claw, Shadow Force, and Dragon Claw. Alright, so this is the team that we'll be rocking. Let's go ahead and jump into the battles and see how we do for set number 7. Hoping for good things, fingers crossed. We'll see. Alright, and with that, match number 1 of this set is going to be up against T Silvers 77. Alright, T Silvers, what do you got? First round is going to be up against a Dragonite. Definitely not an ideal place for me to be. I'm trying to think if I have a preference on who to switch out for. If I just kind of want to try and stick it out. Because while we're not very effective, we are able to do some pretty good neutral damage, or pretty good damage in general against this Dragonite, considering it's not exactly the tankiest mon in the world, so it might be good there, possibly, question mark. Okay. We do go on a shield deficit here, but otherwise we are able to finish off the rest of the Dragonite. I'll take that. And with that, next mon to deal with is going to be a Mawk of the Kanto variety. And a Shadow Muck, mind you. And then I'm going to go ahead and swap right on out for my alternate Giratina. At the very least, we are able to survive their poison jabs for the most part. But I'm assuming there's a good chance this Muck is rocking Dark Pulse, which is probably going to hurt quite a bit. We'll find out in a moment. Yep, it's going to be Dark Pulse. Ooh, does get us to about half health. Ooh, and otherwise, final mon that we have to deal with is going to be the Jellicent. That. Okay, we are able to clear out shield number 1, which is really nice. Now they're firing off the Shadow Ball. Okay, we do have Leaf Blade at the ready, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. Either clear out shield number 2 or clear the Jellicent. Shield number 2 it is, okay. And with that, we now say goodbye to our Verzian here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. And with that, all hope now lies on the remainder of our Shadow Alligator. Now, we are a bit glass cannon-y, so I'm not sure how well we're going to handle this. I'm assuming it's going to be a Shadow Ball. Okay, yeah, definitely still hurts quite a bit. With that, they do come back in with the rest of their Shadow Muck and fire off Hydro Cannon number 1 their way, clear out Shadow Muck. And with that, it's going to be the return of the Jellicent. We do have Hydro Cannon number 2 at the ready. Go ahead and fire that their way. Get them to well into the red. Ooh, and with the sliver of health, Why does this feel so deja vu? With the sliver of health, the Jellison does get to their next charge move, and they are able to finish off the rest of our Feraligatr. So unfortunately, that is going to be loss number 1 of this set here. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so right now we're currently 0-1. We'll see if we can tie it all back up and get that 1-1 as we jump now into match number 2 of this set, which is going to be against Samwise. I don't know why I said that weird, but anyway, Samwise, what do you got? First round is going to be up against a alter form of Giratina. In which case I decided to nope right on out of there and swap right on in for my my own altered Giratina. That they are rocking the Dragon Breath and the Dragon Claws. And with that, they have swapped in for their Feraligatr. Into which case, I'm gonna go ahead and shield out here. It's because I want the opportunity to try and see if I can one-shot this Feraligatr right on out of here with a real quick Shadow Force. Oh no, they read right into that one. Well, the attempt was there. The attempt was made. Wasn't the best of attempts, but it was, you know, anyway. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Dragon Claw their way. Just try and claw our way through the rest of the Feraligatr. And then we're going to come in with our Virizion. We'll go ahead and shield out here just in case this Feraligatr is packing Ice Beam, which it is. And with that, we do have Leaf Blade at the ready, so we'll go ahead and fire that their way. And then we do clear out shield number 2. Ah, dang. I was hoping I'd be able to switch out right in time before they get to the next charge move, but well, we're now going to have to tank out what I'm assuming is going to be another Ice Beam. We actually do handle, so that's not bad. With that, I'm going to go ahead and fire off another Ice, not Ice Beam, another Leaf Blade their way. Clear out the rest of the Feraligatr. And I'm going to go ahead and swap in from my own Feraligatr, into which case they're going to swap in for a Tentacruel. Good news is, unless they're rocking... I don't know what their heavy poison type move is, but we should be able to handle their charge moves for the most part. Acid Spray is going to definitely start, really going to start wearing out on us, considering we're not exactly the most bulkiest of mons, but otherwise... Go ahead and fire off a Hydro Cannon their way. Clear out the rest of their Tentacruel. Like that, don't we do say goodbye to our buddy? Okay. Yeah, we just say goodbye to the rest of our Feraligatr, into which case the final one is our Virizion, who I think is going to be taken out by this Dragon Claw here. Yep. Oh no. Well. Dragon Breath instead. So unfortunately that is going to be loss number 2 of the set here. RIPs there, but unless GG's all around. Okay, so definitely not off to a great start. We're currently 0-2. Let's go ahead and see if we can bounce back here, begin our comeback in this particular moment as we look for match number 3 of this set. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, I'm gonna grab some water while I wait. Always remember to stay hydrated. There we go. And match number 3 of this set is going to be up against Marimo 191. Alright, Marimo, what do you got? First round is going to be up against Dave Poliwrath. Actually, arguably a very solid start for us here, not gonna lie. Only thing I really have to worry about is Icy Wind, but I think even then we should be able to tank out at least one. Pretty sure. I'll go ahead and test that theory right here and now. See how well we do. Yeah, because it's still about half health. Okay, with that, we'll fire off another Leaf Blade their way. Get Poliwrath to about half health. Okay. And with that, we'll go ahead and use up shield number 1 here. Keep our Virizion alive as long as we possibly can. With that, we'll go ahead and chuck out another Leaf Blade. Do we take out shield number 2 or do we just take out the Poliwrath? Actually, neither. Because our attack has been reduced to oblivion. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so with that, we were able to clear out the rest of the Poliwrath, and now we're able to fire off at least one more Leaf Blade towards the Ampharos. And now it's going to be their Shadow Ampharos versus our Altered Giratina. So get Ampharos well into the red. Gonna try and tank this one out. I'm assuming it's gonna be Brutal Swing again, and I think we should be okay. Okay, because it's still about half health. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and shield out here. It's gonna be another Brutal Swing. With that, we are able to Shadow Claw the rest of the Ampharos right on out of here. Final mon that we have to deal with is going to be the ever spammy Greninja. Okay, with that we are able to clear out the final shield there, so I'll take that. I'm assuming this next one's gonna be a Night Slash. Yep, so it is able to finish off the rest of my guillotine there. RIP, buddy, you've done well. Okay, with that, I'm assuming their next move is gonna be a Night Slash again. You guys start about. Oh no, it's gonna be Hydro Cannon. Okay. We'll go ahead and respond for their Hydro Cannon with our own Hydro Cannon. And with that, we are able to Shadow Claw the rest of the Greninja right on out of here. And we are still able to secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so we got 1 win in our belt. We are still in the negative with 1 win and 2 losses. Let's see if we can tie it all back up as we go into match number 4, which is going to be up against Adaf Jurgen. I apologize, I feel like I butchered that terribly, but Adaf Jurgen starting things out with an Ampharos. Like that, we'll go ahead and stick this one out. I think we should be able to resist anything that Ampharos throws our way, I'm pretty certain. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain we should be okay. We'll find out in a moment. It'll be Brutal Swing. Yep, we're able to handle that just fine. Thanks to our fighting typing. And chuck another Leaf Blade their way. And on to the red. Now we'll try tank out one more time. Let's see if they're throwing another Brutal Swing or if they're going to throw their other charge move. It's going to be another Brutal Swing. We're able to handle that just fine. Now we're able to double kick the rest of the Ampharos right on out of here. And that next mon to deal with is going to be the Cresselia. Okay. Obviously, this is not a particularly great matchup for me here, but we'll go ahead and stick it out, fire as many Leaf Blades as we can towards this Cresselia. And now I think I'll opt to say goodbye to my Verizian here. Yep, RIP buddy, you've done well. And I'll go ahead and swap right on in for our Giratina. Just in case. I don't think they have enough for another moon. Oh, nope, I'm just kidding. They do have enough for another Moonblast. Okay. That's not nerve-wracking at all. We're coming with the Dragon Claw. We're coming with another Dragon Claw. Do we finish off the Cresselia here, or do they have to use their first shield? I don't think they've used any of the shields yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and shield out here, because I think it's about time that they have another Moonblast ready. Yep, it is. And with that, final one to deal with is going to be the Poliwrath, in which case I went ahead and swapped in for our Shadow Feraligatr. And with that, I'm guessing since they're hitting me with the Icy Wind, they're just opting to debuff my attack as much as possible. Hopefully I'll be able to counteract with as much damage as I can with my Hydro Cannons. I don't think Ice Beam is going to be all too effective here. Okay, then we'll go for another Hydro Cannon. And that would take out shield number 2. That's nice, that's nice. And now we'll say goodbye to our Feraligatr there. There's the word. RIP, buddy. You've done well. And how much damage are we taking from the Icy Winds? Nothing much, but it is reducing our attack. Kind of a lot, actually. So that's not looking all too not too good for us here. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Maybe. Okay. Maybe the swap into Cresselia might have been just what I needed to get my edge against the Poliwrath. And it is, so we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Ooh, okay. Got a little lucky there in the end. My goodness. Alright, but with that, we're all tied up. We're 2 wins and 2 losses. Can we continue a climb, or will we see a little bit of a dip here? Only one way to find out as we look for match number 5 of this set. Whoever they may be, of course. There we go. And match number 5 of the set is going to be up against Baron Boy 3322. Alright, Baron Boy, what do you got? First round is going to be up against a Guzzlord. Oh my goodness gravy. Alright, and with that, they swapped out for the Galvantula, in which case we'll swap out for our altered Giratina. Galvantula coming on with the lunge, lowering, I think that's our attack stat, if I remember correctly. Now that we're coming with a Dragon Claw. Okay, go ahead and try and take out this next attack as well. Maybe lunge again. We'll go ahead and fire off another Dragon Claw their way. Get them onto the red. And here we're going to go straight Shadow Claw damage. I'm assuming they're going to go for one more lunge here, which should reduce, I think that's our attack, one more time. Yep. Oh yeah, it is our attack, okay. Now that we have double Dragon Claw up and running, we'll go ahead and fire all of that their way. Alright, again, I can't see anything past Giratina, unfortunately, on that one. But either way. And our final one is going to be the Charizard, into which case ours is going to be... It's the Battle of the Shadows! Shadow Charizard versus Shadow Feraligatr. Here we go. Now this is a matchup. Now this is pod race anyway. Not sure why that came to mind, but anyway. Okay, we're gonna try tank it. I'm gonna regret it. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. I'll say goodbye to my Feraligatr here. I think even though my moves are resisted, we might have enough damage output in us to finish off the rest of this Charizard. I'm gonna have to use up one more shield here though. And hopefully Guzzlord doesn't have any heavy hitting charge moves in its back pocket. Otherwise, we might be in for quite a shock here. Anywho, coming in with the Sacred Sword, get them well into the red. It's just a matter of how well we survive this next charge move. Dragon Claw, we're still alive. Fire off one final Sacred Sword. We are able to clear out the rest of the Guzzlord. And we are able to secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. It turns out we were actually not too bad in Ultra League this time around. Cutting a little close sometimes, but hey, we were able to get ourselves another positive set here. So we are able to claim this 3600 Stardust, this Silver Pineapple Berry, and we got ourselves a Frillish. Frillish is always cool. Could always build one up for Ultra League. See that pop up every now and again. And that we got ourselves a brand new Frillish. How's your IVs? Definitely not PvP preferable, so I'm going to transfer you out. And with that, we inch ourselves up a ranking a little bit to 2033. Very nice. So, with that, I think that will be set number 7 for us, with 3 wins out of 5. So, all in all, seems like Ultra League has treated us pretty well for the 2 matches that we were participating in, so can't argue with that. But I think the time has come. We'll do one final set of the night, and this set is going to be in the unlimited CP waters. That is Master League. Admittedly, I'm not 100% prepared for Master League. I do have some mons that are close to preparation for Master League, some of which I'll be using in this run, but you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a rough one. I won't lie to you. It's gonna be a little bit of a rough one, but let's do this. Let's get ourselves one final, or hopefully this isn't the last time, but we'll get ourselves one more drink of water, because again, hydration. Okay, now let's jump back in and duke it out in the Master League. Let's do this. Set number 8. Let's go. We're gonna jump into the basic rewards. We're gonna jump into Master League and introduce the team that will be rocking for Master League. We're starting things out with Xerneas up at the front, who's rocking Geomancy, Close Combat, and Moonblast. Hanging out in the middle is Dragonite, who's rocking Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and Superpower. And then closing everything out, we have Groudon, who's rocking Mudshot, Precipice Blades, and Fire Punch. Alright, so this is the team that we'll be rocking. Let's go ahead and jump into the battles and see how we do. our final set in the Master League. And our final set of the night. Anyway, Killer Quirce X is going to be our first opponent here. And the first mon that we're doing it is going to be the complete form of Zygarde. So we're actually arguably off to a really solid start here. Not gonna lie. And with that, looks like they swapped out for the, what I assume is the Therian form of Landorus. Alright, so with that we are able to land ourselves a Moonblast their way. And now we swapped in for our Dragonite. We'll go ahead and see how well we're able to tank out this next charge move. It's gonna be Stone Edge, so maybe that wasn't the best of ideas to try and tank out, not gonna lie. But it is what it is. Anywho, we're going to now go ahead and fire off a Dragon Claw over at the Zygarde. Some pretty decent damage there. With that, they are able to Dragon Tail the rest of my, whatchamacallit, my Dragonite right off here. RIP, buddy, you've done well. With that, I'm going to go ahead and shield out here, just in case they're going for some, well, Earthquake. I'm very thankful I shielded out there. And with that, they have swapped out for a Tapu Koko. We're actually going to swap right on out for our Groudon here. And that we are able to mud shot the rest of the Tapu Koko right on out of here. And with that, it's a showdown between their completed form of Zygarde versus our Groudon. Which means we are able to get the Precipice Blades in. With that, they have off to the call tonight here, so we are able to secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so off to a solid start on this one. We're currently 1 for 1. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 as we look for our next opponent of this set. Where's the night is starting to get to me. It's been a long one. But anyway, with that, match number 2 of this set is going to be up against Jeff TJJ. Alright, Jeff, what do you got? First matchup is going to be the Mirror Xerneas v Xerneas. Ooh, with that, they swapped out for a Goldangle. Not gonna lie to you, that's kind of cool. I haven't seen a Goldangle before. No idea what Goldangle knows, if I had to be 100% honest with you, so I guess it's as good as mine as to whether or not Groudon was the best option here, but went ahead and threw a Fire Punch over at the Goldangle. I'll go ahead and throw another Fire Punch over at the Goldangle. I actually both cleared out both of their shields, so I'll take that. With that in mind, go ahead and shield out here. It's going to be a Focus Blast. Ooh. Okay. And with that, we got ourselves to another Fire Punch, so go ahead and fire that their way. Ha ha ha. Anyway. And with that, we're able to clear the rest of the Goldangle. And with that, next one we're going to deal with is going to be the Kyurem. And with that, I'm going to check our Precipice Blades their way. Get them well into the red. And then go ahead and say goodbye to our Groudon here. Probably, maybe. Yep. RIP, buddy, you've done well. Okay, with that, I'm going to come back in with Xerneas. I'm going to go ahead and shield out here. It's because I don't think Moonblast is a one-shot, but I generally have no idea, if I had to be honest with you. Well, I guess we'll actually find out in just a moment because they got to another charge move here. Gonna be Moonblast again. Oh yeah, it does get us well into the red, if anything, but otherwise, we're still kicking. We're still kicking. We are able to get to... And I'm guessing they're coming in with a close combat at this point. Just try and get our... Yep, Xerneas right on out of here. It does give our Dragonite a window of opportunity if we can capitalize. Yes, we can. Okay, and with that... the range of the Kyurem, but they have opted to call it a night before we had that showdown, so we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so far so good. We are currently 2-0. Let's see if we can go 3-0 as we look for, well, as we now jump into match number 3 of this set, which is going to be up against Maykaoladi. Okay, Maykaoladi, what do you got? First round's going to be up against a Dialga. Oh, buddy, okay. And with that, I'm going to waste no time. I'm going to go ahead and do a close combat and dip. I think I swap right on out for a Origin form and Giratina. Excuse me. And firing off some Precipice Blades their way. Took out shield number 1 there. I'm go ahead and shield up myself, which I'm assuming I'm going to be up against a Shadow Ball. Yep, there it is. Then go ahead and fire off another Precipice Blades their way. Get them well into the yellow. Take that, take that. And I think with that, we'll go ahead and say goodbye to our Groudon here. RIP, buddy. Oh no, he's still alive. Hello. Gives me an opportunity to fire off a Fire Punch their way. It's not going to do all too much. I'm not even sure if it's going to finish off, but as I fire it off, I'm just going to extra damage in there. And that'll come in with the Dragonite to Dragon Breath the rest of the Giratina right on out of here. With that, are we going to see the return of the Dialga, or do they have another Mon? They're going to throw in. They do have another Mon, and it's going to be a Mewtwo. That. I'm gonna try tank it. Might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try and tank it. Could be Psy Strike. Does get us well into the deep into the yellow and now into the red. Oof. Go ahead and shield out here. Iron Head. Did it register? It did register. Okay, that's fine. That they're gonna bring back the Mewtwo. Okay. Maybe Psy Strike finishes off the rest of my. I didn't realize it still had 1 shield left. Ooh, interesting. Okay, with that, it's just a matter of whether or not we can survive this next charge move. I have faith. Oh, buddy. Get 1 more Geomancy, and we are able to clear out the Mewtwo and secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Oh, and Suziana Razidi. Apologize if I'm butchering the name, but hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, right now we're currently duking it out, admittedly in our final set of the night because it's starting to get a little bit late and I'm wearing out, but so far, so good. We're hanging in strong. We're duking it out in the Great League. Not Great League. We're duking it out in the Ultra League. Oh my goodness. Not Ultra League. We're duking it out in the Master League. 3rd time's the charm there. And right now, we're currently 3 for 3 here. So we're holding up quite nicely. We're holding up quite nicely. And now we're jumping into match number 4. See if we can keep this momentum going. Again, we'll see how it goes as we go into match number 4 against Fabio Zanquita. Alright, Fabio, what do you got? First match was going to be against Dialga. The OG form of Dialga on that note. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and fire off a close combat their way. I actually managed to land it. Nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and swap right on out for my Groudon, into which case they swapped out for their Landorus. Alright, since ground type moves are pretty much ineffective against Landorus, we're going to go ahead and go in for the Fire Punch spam. I'm assuming they're going to come in with their own spam with Landorus' signature move here. Yep, Sandsear Storm. Which does also lower my attack, which is going to be quite a hassle to get through. We're going to fire off another Fire Punch their way. And with that, I think I may opt to let my Groudon go here. But actually, I'm always impressed by how durable my Groudon is. Groudon hangs on for one final Fire Punch. Well into the red. I'll take that. Then we'll go ahead and swap right on in for our Dragonite. And I'll go ahead and shield out here just in case they have enough for a Stone Edge. Nope, it's going to be another Sandsear Storm, so I didn't really need to worry too much. But either way, we are able to finish off the rest of the Landorus there. And speaking of, I'm actually going to go ahead and shield out here as well, just in case they have enough for, apparently, Thunder. So, can't argue about shooting on that one. But that we are able to finish off the rest of the Dialga, and now the final one to deal with is going to be the Mewtwo. Okay, with that, I'm assuming we're going to be seeing a good amount of, whatchamacallit, Side Strikes, yep, heading our way. Now it's time to fire as many Dragon Claws as we can their way. I'm going. Got them onto the yellow. Okay. Okay, got another Dragon Claw going. Okay, bring back Xerneas. They might have enough for 2 Side Strikes at this point. They've been charging up for kind of a while. Yep, they did have enough for 2 Side Strikes at this point. Now it's just a matter of whether or not Dragonite's able to seal the deal, but we are pretty low on health. So it's gonna be close. That's not gonna be close at all. Well, we got Mewtwo deep into the red, but unfortunately that is gonna be loss number 1 of the set here. RIP's there, but unless GG's. GG's all around. Whew. Yeah. Oh, I see a comment on bad at PvP. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's in need of like consolation or anything, but it's nothing to be. It's all good. It's all G. It's all G to G. You know. But yeah, if you're ever feeling like always diving into the PvP scene, you know, it's always good to get those battles in, get some, you know, experience throughout. If you're ever looking into it, and of course there's always resources that can help out if you ever want to look into it. PvPoke is a personal favorite of mine to help like build teams and whatnot. Yeah, either way. But nice try. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate. We came close, but unfortunately no cigar on. Close but no cigar on that last match there. But it is what it is. In any event though, we have one final match left us in the set. Might as well see if we can get ourselves one more win before the end of the night. And we'll see if we can do just that as we jump into match number 5 against Ray Rodeo. Pretty sure this is our last match. Anyway, Ray Rodeo, what do you got? First matchup's gonna be up against a Mewtwo. Okay. We already know we are able to survive at least one Psy Strike, so we'll go ahead and try and tank out one of those. In the meantime, firing off a Moon Blast, getting Mewtwo well into the red. Now we're going to try and tank out this next charge move, see what they're packing. There's going to be the Psy Strike. Does get us deep into the yellow. Now we'll go ahead and use up our first shield here. Keep our Xerneas alive as long as we possibly can. Okay, and with that, we'll go ahead and fire off another Moon Blast their way. Do we clear the Mewtwo or do we clear shield number 1? Number 1, okay. Okay, and with that, I think I'll go ahead and let my Xerneas go here. R.I.P. buddy, you've done well. And we'll go ahead and bring in Dragonite, who is able to Dragon Breath the rest of the Mewtwo right on out of here. And with that, next one to deal with is going to be the Garchomp. Okay, it is a Garchomp rocking Dragon Tail, so that's something to be concerned about. And of course, Garchomp does know Outrage, so I gotta be a little bit careful about that. Speaking of, we'll go ahead and shield out here, just in case that's gonna be the Outrage. That's gonna be Sand Tomb. And so, didn't really worry too much there, but we do still lose out a little bit due to the debuff there, so kind of bummed about that, but it is what it is. Now we'll go ahead and fire off a Dragon Claw their way. Now we'll go ahead and bring in our Groudon to face off against their Kyogre. Typing wise, we're definitely at a disadvantage here, but we might as well see if we can lower their health as much as can before our inevitable demise. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Fire Punch their way. There's no real extra benefit to baiting at this point, considering I'm pretty sure Groudon dies right after that, but give it our best try. Oh! And we almost got to the Dragon Claw, but unfortunately that is going to be where it ends for us there. RIPs there, but nonetheless GG's. GG's all around. And again, we do still end in the positive with 3 wins out of 5 there. But in any event, Suziana, what best Pokemon for Ultra League? And thanks for the GGs, appreciated. And konnichiwa, Io. Hello, konnichiwa. Welcome. Yeah, admittedly we just went through our final match in Master League, so I may be calling it a night soon, but arigato gozaimasu. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciated. Yeah, Suziana, to answer your question on what Pokemon are best for Ultra League, I would say right now the most recent Pokemon that's been making some pretty good waves in Ultra League is if you have a Feraligatr, in particular a Shadow variant of Feraligatr. That one has been, at least from my experience, it's been a really good. It's very glass cannon-y, so it's not able to take a lot of damage, but it's able to dish out a lot of damage in return. But that's going to be with its new fast move Shadow Claw, along with Hydro Cannon, which is a Community Day move, so you may need to Elite TM it if you don't have that charge move already on a good Feraligatr. And then English Wakaranai. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I guess Nihongo ga skoshi wakarimasu. Yeah, gomen nasai on that one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain the rest of tonight, and apologies again on that one. Um, but I don't have that. Okay. Yes. If you happen to have it, I do like running Charizard as well. Uh, is it Sugoi Umai? Arigato. Anyway, again, apologies. I don't really. I'm not very particularly good at Japanese, admittedly. Nihongo umai. Arigato. I gotta double check on that one. But for clarification, I'm from Malaysia. Okay. Yeah, Ultra League is a little bit of a tough one to get into. If you happen to have some legendaries that are pretty good, if you have any of those available, the altered form of Giratina is a really solid option to go with. What you call it? Oh, actually, what we can do, if you give me one moment. Apologies for the background noise. Instead of me just rattling off some random Pokemon, what we can do is I can I'll go ahead and chuck this into chat, but if you do want to check it out, one good way to check out what Pokemon are really good for PvP is this resource right here. That's pvpoke.com, or you can just Google or search on the web pvpoke. And what it does is that gives you like a general overview of what some good mons to have. So like for Ultra League, some Pokemon that they recommend, like at the top, Registeel is always a very solid tank Pokemon to have, especially as, and then it shows you like, oh, it's really good as like a lead or a closer, or sometimes you can use it as a switch, but it's not as recommended. And then it shows you like what Pokemon works best against and what Pokemon doesn't. So you can always use this resource to check what Pokemon you do have and see like how it stacks up against. So like if you have, say, like Empoleon available, you can search up Empoleon at the top and it'll give you the general breakdown of where it is. It's early, but I'll come to your stream again. Oh. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. But yeah, arigato on that one. I use that. Oh yeah. But yeah, if you want, admittedly, I know Kyogre and Dusklord, Kyogre and Metagross tend to be pretty good for Master League level, but I think like for example, you can look up Kyogre. It has its recommended moves, Waterfall, Surf, and if you have Origin Posts, I know it's one of the more exclusive moves, but you can always rock with that. Or if you want some extra coverage, I personally like running it with Blizzard, but that's just me. Yeah, and then you can see like, oh, when you're running Kyogre, these are usually the best ones to look after against, and then you may lose to like Giratina or like Poliwrath and whatnot. I love you. Oh, thank you. Love you too, as well as I guess a streamer could love a person in chat. I don't know. Anyway. Apologies if I'm making it awkward. But yeah, and then you can kind of see where it kind of falls in terms of the oh, they even have an option to see what's in meta. Anyway, but yeah, I think the three mons that you mentioned aren't exactly the most meta heavy on these ones. Dusklord. Oh, is that the dragon dark type Guzzlord? I'm guessing Guzzlord is pretty good. Guzzlord is is a pretty solid addition to Ultra League, and you can see it tends to function best as a lead, and then can do a closer, and may not be your best like safe switch option, but might be something good to look at in terms of that. And then of course you can they do provide some suggestions as to what Pokemon you might want to include with it, like if you want to bring, if you ever build up a Skeledirge, or you build up a Cresselia, if you have a spare Cresselia, you can always use those. But yeah, I highly recommend. It's a really good place to start out. You can look in the rankings, see like what Pokemon you can compare, like what Pokemon you have available to the general rankings for like Ultra League, and then afterwards, if you want, you can jump into something like Team Builder, where you can change the setting to like Ultra League, and then add like things like Guzzlord, or like set up a team of 3, and you'll be able to see like I'm just gonna throw random Pokemon in here that just come off the top of my head. So like if I set up this team of 3 that I'm going to use for Go Battle League, you just hit this rate team, and I'll show you like, oh, your coverage may not be great with the moves that it has, but it's got decent bulk and can have some somewhat safe matchups, but it has really good consistency with its movesets. And then at the bottom here, it'll show you like, well, first like how it compares against the meta. So anything that's blue, the Pokemon on the right the Pokemon on the left can beat. So like Registeel will be able to beat Guzzlord, but the ones that have X in it, it's going to lose to. So it's going to lose to Verzion, and it's going to lose to Swampert. And anything with like that open, like plus the other blue circle, like under Verzion, there's like it'll beat Guzzlord, it ties with Verzion itself, and it'll really beat Swampert because of grass typing. And then at the very bottom here, it shows you which Pokemon has the best odds against said team. So yeah, it's a lot of admittedly, I do think it is kind of like a lot like going like up front, but eventually I do think this is something that's really good to like fall back on. So if you're wondering like, oh, how does I got a new Pokemon, how well does it do for how does it look in the rankings in the meta for like Ultra League, and then you can always reference rankings on here on PvPoke, and if you got something that you think like, oh, I got a team, I want to try and see how it measures up, you can go into Team Builder. It's not perfect, like even if it says like, oh, this is, I've never really seen a quadruple A across the board, but if you ever do see like or if you see like, if it shows like, oh, I got like B's and A's all around in the overview, but I seem to be still losing. It's not a perfect system. The way it simulates isn't like 1-to-1 like in a real world like battle scenario. I think at that point it's just gathering experience in actual like battles and whatnot. But yeah, I'd argue it's a good place to start. But yeah, hopefully this helps out if you're looking more into some of that PvP goodness. But yeah, that's my shameless plug to PvPoke for the day. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But yeah, in any event, I'm gonna go ahead and claim these final rewards here. This 3600 Stardust, this 3 rare candies, and we got ourselves another Volibee. There we go. And check your IVs. Interesting. Moment transfer out. And with that, we can claim the rank rewards, in which case we've made it up to 2047. But yeah. I think with that, we have quite a road ahead of us to veteran ranking, but eventually we'll get there again. What time do I go live again? Excellent question. Probably a good time to start my shameless plugging for the night, since we're about to wrap up here. But To answer your question up front, we pretty much go live. Let me double check the time in Malaysia for. Okay, if it's roughly 8:04 now, I'm assuming if I'm correct, it's about 8:04. You can let me know, give or take, if that's right timing. Or we started streaming. If it also helps, we started streaming about 3.5 hours ago. 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. So dial it back 4 hours is when I usually try to go live. Your best bet is probably like 3 hours prior. For me, that's going to be around 10 p.m. Hawaii time or 11 p.m. Hawaii time at the latest. And if I'm looking at it correctly, 1, 12, 11. That's about 4 hours. So 4 p.m. your time at the earliest, and 5 p.m. assumingly at the latest would be roughly about the time I usually try to go live. Yeah, I'm not particularly great at keeping to that time. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get better at that, but eventually we'll yeah, I'm trying to aim for you that 4 o'clock time, and for me that 10 o'clock time. Yeah. Otherwise, for myself, I try to. I'm thinking it's probably Monday, or was that Tuesday for you right now? Monday right now, I think. Is okay. Oh yeah. But yeah, usually roughly about this day period. So for me, it'd be Sunday night going into Monday. I think for you, it's always in Monday, if I'm understanding Malaysia time correctly. But yeah, that'll be usually the time I go on YouTube. Otherwise, I usually stream over on Twitch, exclusively on Twitch. This time around, it's kind of a cross stream between YouTube and Twitch. Which if you want to check out on Twitch, we're on the same name, Voyaging Trainer. But those usually we do Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and Saturday nights. Or I guess it'll be Thursday afternoons, Friday afternoons, and Sunday afternoons, if I remember correctly. Yeah, something like that. But we also do post the stream schedules over on our socials, and I try to schedule the thing on YouTube a few hours prior. So anyway, but yeah, may reiterate that in just a moment in my shameless plugs. But for now, first and foremost, I do want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in to these streams. Thank you very much over on YouTube to Suziana, Razidi, EO, as well as Coldness, Ash Poke Raider, Chinu K, Sunday Angel. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. There's been a lot of discussions. I think that's everyone on YouTube. Thank you very much to all of you who tuned in over there, and thank you very much to everyone who tuned in over here on Twitch as well. Codeness6, Ash Poke Raider. Once again, thank you. Beyond that, thank you very much to Will Cujo5. Thank you very much for stopping by. Also for the raid as well. Always appreciated. Thank you very much to Legend T987. Thank you to have a good day. Thank you very much. Have a good day as well, Suziana. Thank you for stopping by. Ash Poke Raider. Aztec League MX. Thank you very much as well. And thank you very much for the raid and for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Can I call you Voy? Sure. Voy works. Never actually heard a shorthand for my name, so Voy works. I guess VT also works if you want. I think Voy rolls off the tongue a little bit better. But anyway. yeah. Oh, and also thank you to over on Twitch. Thank you very much to again Will Kujo for the raid, Ash Poke Raider, A10 Shunhor, Hyperchondriac, Pancakes, Aztec League X, it's XO21, Codeness 6, and Codeness MC for the follows. Really appreciate it. Yeah, if you do want to check out any future streams, you can of course both subscribe to us over on YouTube or follow us over on Twitch. If you do want to catch up on any of the streams that were exclusive to Twitch, you can catch those on our sister YouTube channel, or if you catch the VODs for those, over on our sister YouTube channel, Voyage Archives. And lastly, if you want to check out our weekly stream schedules, as well as check our daily happenings, you can always follow us on our socials, Twitter, /X, and Instagram at Voyaging Trainer. Alright, with that said, let me actually go ahead and go over what my stream schedule is for the rest of this week. As soon as I pull that up real quick. There we go. Okay, so we just got through our battles in Great Ultra and Master League. Many of the streams will be exclusive over on Twitch, or this coming Wednesday we'll be continuing our journey through the rebooted version of Advance Wars 1 in Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. On Thursday we'll be jumping back into Metroid Prime Remastered, and then on Saturday about this time we'll be jumping right back into Pokemon Go Battle League, where we'll be taking on the Ultra Premier Cup. So again, remaining streams will be happening all on Twitch. On Wednesday it'll be Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Thursday is Metroid Prime Remastered, and Saturday is Go Battle League's Ultra Premier Cup. Once again, that'll pretty much do it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end it over on YouTube. And for Twitch, I'm actually going to go ahead and, before I end it, I'll go ahead and start up a raid. So if anyone wants to put in any real quick suggestions for who to raid over on Twitch, you can drop that in the chat real quick. But for now, I'll go ahead and say goodbye to those on YouTube. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you, Suziana, for the virtual hug. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you. Okay, I think we're good.